I'm singing He-Man this morning. Hold on. Y'all remember He-Man? Hold on. Take that back. I have the power. Y'all remember He-Man? Good morning. Happy Insurrection Day, everybody. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Hi, I'm Jiven'n Bowden, defender of the secret Rothschild family. Y'all hear that? This is the Pentagon. This is what we use to blow up nations and steal people's resources. He-Man. I want the power of the Rockefellers. I have the power. And you got the sword. Jiven'n Bowden got the power. All right, I'm sorry. I'm reliving my childhood. Hold on. We gotta give people time to get here anyway. I became Jiven'n Bowden, the most powerful actor in the Politicians Guild. I remember these two. Only some people share this secret. People who actually read laws and legislation, not the politicians. They're just actors. And they fight the evil forces of freedom and well, not democracy, but freedom and leave people alone. Good morning, everybody. Hang on, I'm not ready. Y'all like saying if I can play with my toys at my old age of 29, you can play with your toys, your political toys, all right? Oh, good Lord. What's going on here? Hang on. That's how it ends when you're a kid. I remember running home from school to watch cartoons. Oh, Lord, I gotta fix this. Why is it doing? Oh, Lord, I got the family crest on this morning. I forgot. Sorry, everybody. I got the family crest. They're like, no, that's the American flag. Like, nah, that's the family crest. This stands for Rothschild Rockefeller slave. I need to sit down low. And yeah, it does say chaps, Ralph Lauren. To let you know, I did not buy this. Well, did I buy this? I don't remember if I bought it or not. But this damn thing is vintage, all right? This thing is so old, a family of mice living here somewhere. I don't buy colonized clothes, people. I don't buy this stuff. No, this stuff is made from slaves in China. The only people who buy me clothes are people related to me. They buy all my clothes. I don't buy no clothes. Nope. So I might be okay to not turn around. I don't think I have any duct tape. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? How your mama doing? I don't have duct tape. Usually I like to cover this crap up because it's just slave made goods. So I don't know what we're gonna talk about today. Got a bunch of stuff on my mind. Good Lord. Anyway. Oh yeah, these guys. No. Y'all remember what's their names? What is their names? They're from the Muppets. Hang on, April. Hang on a second. I gotta get my fake world together. It's everybody else's fake world. They're playing with their toys. I'm in such trouble today. Did y'all see that post on Donald Trump? Oh, I'm in trouble today. Boy, they're gonna come for me today. That's all right. I love them anyway. I'm so glad that now they don't have to be racist. They should be happy because y'all don't have to be racist no more. I gotta show you this. Let me tell you this. Before you get all discombobulated, get your panties and drawers up in a bunch. I know a whole bunch of Donald Trump voters. Not a damn one of them's racist, and most of them are minorities. So that's where I get down. I watch TV and none of the stuff y'all say make any damn sense to me. Come on, everybody. Family texted me this morning. What's gonna happen? Or like last night. Oh my God, they were taking pictures of classified records and blah 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 when they stormed the castle. Da, 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 da. I was like, calm down. It's just TV. Don't believe the bullshit on TV. Hang on, let me get my thing together. What's gonna happen today? I told you what's gonna happen today. The same thing that happened yesterday, the day before, whatever the corporation pays for. If it makes money, the corporation pays for it. That's what's gonna happen. You don't have a government. You got a corporation. Let me change the background. I used to play with this one. This is Castle Grayskull. I used to run home like crazy to play with this one. This is probably what Washington D.C. looked like today. Anyone take any pictures? I can't click on it. How come I can't click on it? Grayskull. This Castle Grayskull. This is where the evil people live. I did a post yesterday. It was fake news. It was the G.I. Joe. It was the G.I. Joe headquarters, and that is not what they did. How come I can't? Oh, there we go. Hang on. Yeah, I'm getting my act together. Yes, and I took the essential oil thing off of this circuit breaker, so the power should not shut off. There you go. Let's put the Castle Grayskull back here. I mean, the Capitol, Washington, the Washington D.C. Capitol, because dark days are ahead. Dark days are ahead. Get ready for it. They selected Jiven'n Bowden for a reason because he's jiving and it's going to be more what he did. If you know who he is, ooh, what did I watch? Somebody did a good breakdown on it. Chris Hedges, because he's qualified because he worked in the prison system for 20 years. So he knows what's coming. He knows Jiven'n Bowden real well. He knows what the systemic laws are. And Kamala Harris, right? You know, Kukumuku. You know, you get people in office that have been proponents of the police state since the beginning of time. Their whole life was like, I want to grow up and put people in prisons and mass incarceration and write laws that are systemically racist. And what's systemically is? And they put both of them people in there, and you think it's happy days ahead, huh? Okay, all right. Well, we just spent a whole year people burning down cities and buildings and all kind of insurrection called lovely protest, friendship, love, and fellowship. They get rid of the police, defund the police. People pissed off enough to fight with damn police. You know, police got about 60 pounds of equipment on their belt. You got little children out there fighting with them. They got so much poverty in these neighborhoods. And you just put in office the biggest proponents of the police state and systemically racist laws that literally exist on the planet. Chris Hedges did a great breakdown. Him and who was it? Somebody Greenwald. Somebody Greenwald. All right, let me get the rest of my toys up here. Hold on. Oh, then I'm gonna go to comments. Yeah, I had a post. There was a post this morning. I know people gonna fuss with me today, but I think it makes some perfectly good sense, and it's something I've been saying for a minute, and it doesn't fit nobody's name. There you go, right there. There go Jiven'n Bowden, with his Pentagon. I have the colonizer's power. We all gonna die. We're gonna go to FEMA camps and prison and jail and all kind of stuff gonna happen to us. There you go, right there. There you go. And then Jiven'n Bowden ain't got no six pack like that. He got a jelly donut like everybody else. Anyway, here we go. Got 25 people here, and let's see. Got this, that. We're on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. I got all my toys out. Y'all got y'all toys out. Bring it. Political prices. Hey, April. Good morning. All right, so we're ready to go. I don't know where it's gonna go. We'll see where it goes today. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Anvish. How you doing out there in India? Jill out there in California. You need to get out of there, girl. California going down. It's going. It's not sinking. It's going down. There's a difference. It'll sink later, but when it sinks, won't be no monkeys on that in that state. Hey, Joanna. Good morning. I love Jiven'n Bowden. You do? And Kamala Cuckoo, do you? I hope they help me. They're not gonna help you, Anvish. They're gonna colonize you. I really hate to tell you this. See, the problem is you got two types of Americans on this. You got people who actually read laws, and you got people who vote for legislators. I'm one of them ignorant people that they hate that actually reads the laws. This man he's a colonizer. Well, no, he's not. No, he's a dude. I mean, there's no good and bad dudes on this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love him too. You know, I have to walk back on what I just said. I love him too. I don't like what he do. No, India, on this, you might want to take your country and like hide it. Can you hide a country? Do y'all still got any of the devices that the ancient technology and the ancients had? Because you might want to hide India and like go from border to border and hide that joker. Because these are colonizers. This is a corporation, and these are two people that have been colonizing with this corporation for decades. They don't give two damns about the kids in this country, people in prison, DNA evidence saying people free. Is she keeping people locked in, hiding evidence as the DA? He's writing laws to put more people in prison. You know what you should do, Anvish, which I recommend everybody else. If you want to know what's coming, all you got to do is read Michelle Alexander's book. It's called The New Jim Crow. Anybody who live here, anybody in another country, you need to read Confessions of an Economic Hit. It's going to be that on crack. That's all I'm saying. They will not help you. They're going to, well, they might help you. I don't know. I understand. Have you ever run a puppet government before? They pay you real well. If you will run a puppet government and enslave and oppress your people and sell them all out, you know what? Y'all might be good friends, but I wouldn't recommend that. Hey, Barbara. Good morning, Barbara Peters. Today is insurrection day. Oh my God, they're storming the castle. They got their selfie sticks. They're coming. People with selfie sticks do not invade the most violent, bloodthirsty people on the planet. All right. Good morning, Jasmine. Good ride. You are a great guy. I want to talk to you personally, video call. I'm not a great guy, Anvish. I'm a dude. And apparently from the video, my friends, Anvish, I have some things I call friends. They're not really friends. I don't know what they are. They ghosts or spirits or something. They told me that I'm a nice person, and they explained to me in a video a couple days ago why I'm single, and I'm not even going to address it because then people's probably here right now. But I did watch the video. It was a hate video on this. It was a hate video. They literally spent in between 4 hours of talking about who God knows what in a book, just telling me about myself, why I'm single, how come nobody want to come around me, and why my feet smell, and I got foot fetishes and everything. So I don't know. Anvish, I think I'm a great guy to some people. Some people, nah, we. All right, let me stop. Anyway, all right. Oh, what's this? Just big smile and started to bounce at that sound of the intro. Yeah, I get excited when I hear that, Josh, because I get to come around people who actually read legislation and they think it's funny we all gonna die. Like, yeah, we all gonna die. Every last damn one. They're gonna blow us the hell up because y'all won't stop playing with your toys. That's why I got all the toys around me. Hey, John, how you doing? I got all my toys around me because people, they can't run, can't wait to get to that election. Boy, I tell you what, when school, that bell about to ring, you know, you a little kid, you hate slavery. You sit in that class, oh, God, I hate being, oh, Lord, the teachers smell like onions. And they give me Rockefeller history. I hate this. I want real history. I need to go home, play some toys, run, dance, sing, do something important with my life. But I got to sit here and get a career in grade school to work for 30,000 different corporations that are actually plantations. You want to go, and it's like 2:49. Damn it, that clock get to going. 2:49 and 50 seconds. 2:40, 50, and now, damn, I got to get out of slave. You about to get out of prison. You can't wait. You about to, and then that bell ring, oh my God. Your bag is already packed, got all your crayons and every damn thing in there. I used to join, I throw that bag on, boy, I ran home. Home was like, it was about half a mile. I ran all the way. I couldn't wait to get home to play with my toys. Damn it. He-Man is waiting for me. Castle Grayskull need to be, stop Skeletor. Get home, play with my toys. The same way people do with these elections. Oh, I'm going to show you the post real quick. I'm going to show you the post. This is going to get me in trouble. I might actually have to download this one. I might have to keep this one. Yeah, it's still there. They didn't get rid of it. And what, I got 2 likes on it. Yeah, I mean, this one would be in trouble. This look, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I see it. That's the only thing I can tell you. You might not like what I got to say, but I'm gonna tell you exactly how I see it. Here we go, right here. Hold on, there's the background. Whoo, what just happened in Monkey World? Well, the world is a stage, people. It is a stage. And I'll be honest, I'll miss Donald Trump. I will. I'll miss the guy. I thought he was damn near funny. I thought he made a lot of light and fun of your crazy colonization. I think the fact that he's gone from the political sphere, it means a lot of people going to give a lot less damn about politics. The only reason I would catch like 5 seconds of a speech, 10, 20 seconds, because he said something funny. Somebody says, he made John Christopher Columbus people look bad. All right, look at this. Here's what he said. Somebody posted it. They said, oh, let me read it to you. Hold on. He said, they said Trump didn't make America racist. He made racists feel comfortable enough to show their faces in public. And it's a true statement. True statement. Can't take it from him. Can't take it from him. Now, before you hit that like button and heart button, you might not like what I'm saying next, but this is a real statement. You know why it's a true story? It's a true story because he's controlled opposition. He was a homie, friend, lover, buddy, butt buddy, footsie friend of the Democratic Party for the neocons, not the liberals. The difference between the neocon and the liberals. Neocons are people that believe in war and corporate rule and domination with the neocons. They all work together. All birds of a feather flock together. All right. They're on that same resonance of oligarchy. All right. So what they did, he was with them his whole life. And he left them recently. And I find it very interesting that he got pictures with Al Sharpton. Every black person you could think of that been through Washington, D.C., got half a point of some power, got a picture with Donald Trump, as well as he's in all the rap albums. Donald Trump this, Trump ties, Trump this. He's in the black portions of the Ghostbusters, Bobby Brown videos and everything. This man is not racist. He never was racist. These people are stupid. They made all that crap up. Why? Controlled opposition. Now, did racist people come out and vote for him? No, not one racist people don't vote. If you haven't met a racist person in your life, you will really. And as a matter of fact, I'll take you to a personal story, which I've told this story many times. I won't. If you've ever been under the barrel of a racist barrel, you will know who these people are. They hate you. You can feel them. You can feel their resonance. They don't engage. in multiracial, multi-ethnic societies. They don't vote, people. Right? Not one racist person on this planet voted for Donald Trump. They don't want your world. They want you out. They don't want you anywhere around. So that's number one. So yeah, did he seem racist? Yeah, because of neocons media and the neoliberals made sure he looked racist to you. He didn't. How many times that man apologized for white supremacy, white privilege? Blah, 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 I don't agree with them groups. I'm with it. There's a video of him saying it 21 times, but they never played it on the neoliberals media. Why? Because the Democrats don't want to change nothing. Right? This is how corporations rule people. They always control both sides of the discussion because all they care about is money and power. Right? The Democrats have gone so far with these Republicans in destroying this country and stealing resources from other people and making so much profit. They don't want to change nothing. The Republicans were better at it a long time ago. Then the DNC just became better at it. That's all it was. They don't want to change. They don't want to get rid of one systemically racist or ist law. It's just not systemically racist law. It's systemically ist laws. There are laws that they write where they encode them to not sound discriminatory, but they make big profit from it. Why? Because they're in bed with corporations. And the DNC didn't want to change none of that. Why? Because that's where their jobs come from. They're not politicians, they're actors. They're acting like they're politicians to fool you. They want a paycheck, and their paycheck only comes from systemic laws that abuse and oppress you. And those corporations that make the money and get the power from that, they hold on. They write paychecks. I dropped my slavery phone. they lobby them. So they got to be in bed with those corporations to keep the acting gig. You don't have politicians. You have a corporation and actors. So Jiven'n Bowden is got the power now. And that's just where it is. Donald Trump, you know, did he make it comfortable for racists to come out? Yeah, sure. 2 of them, 3, 5. It came out the woods. Did a photo out real quick. Said, yeah, Donald Trump is racist. We gonna get out here and get this done. Boy, get out here, boy, bring the Trump. You know, and they got out there and they're like, wait a minute, you go to a Trump rally. Why are these black people? Why are the immigrants here? Why are the Asian people? Wait, whoa, hang on. I thought this was the rally for white supremacy. I've been watching liberal media. I done brought the boys to the truck and a rope. And it's like, no, that's not what's going on. That's television. Tell lies and vision. All right. So it was a great breakdown of it. So yeah, did he make him comfortable? Yeah, he made him comfortable because that's what the Democrats wanted. Remember, I told you a long time ago, the DNC loves Donald Trump. And why did I say that? Because it means they don't have to change any damn thing. They gave you an evil demigod so they could keep all the systemically racist laws. They could keep all the systemically profitable laws. That's what just happened. So he got the power. That's my breakdown of it. You know, I think dark days are ahead, and you need to be very careful what happens next. You need to pay attention. We're back to normal. Yeah, we're back to normal. How did normal feel? We're back. People say, oh, well, say Obama's third administration. No, this is Bush administration. What is it, 7, 8, or 9? That's where we are. The world is a stage, people. The world is a stage. Hate the game, don't hate the player. You're wasting your time with the players. I have many problems, and I hope you can help me a little. I can't understand. Like I said, the only thing I got, brothers, is advice. You got to regain your power. You got to step away from the bullshit. Step away from this idea that human beings need owners and leaders and rulers. You know, we always all lose. Everybody's doing the best that they can. Everybody doing the best that they can. It's not the Americans are bad people. They're not bad people. We just love our drama. We love TV, and we're all some bigots. We're born in certain locations, and we're indoctrinated into who to hate. And we join these hate group cults, and we think we're helping things, and we're not. Americans are not bad people. They're just, we are largely mushrooms. We're kept in the dark, and we're fed a lot of bullshit. So I'm happy to catch you live. Hey, Barbara, I'm happy that you can catch me live. Hey, Nicole Colleen. Good morning. Good morning. My family will be grateful if you help me. I can't help you, Andres. I wish I could. The money needs to go away. I've said that. Like, our problem, Andres, is money. It's got to go, brother. Until you get that, you know, you're going to have the same systemic problems America does. Hey, Joanna. Are you happy with Bowden's victory? Hell no. I wasn't happy with Trump's victory, but there's people here would think that. I just thought it was funny. I was like, yeah, let's see if something happens. We'll see if something changes. I wasn't mad with who was it? Obama. I wasn't mad when he won. I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for Trump, and I didn't vote. Damn sure didn't vote for Bowden. I just like, you know what? Something different. That's what I am. I'm one of these dudes. I'm one of the Muppet dudes. Do y'all get the Muppets in India? Hang on. Let me make Castle Grayskull a little more. So I got my toys up here, Andrich, because people play with toys and they pretend they pretend that it's the real world and it's not. Hang on. Oh no, that's me. I gotta shrink me. Get my toy right here. Let me shrink Gerard's toys. This is just my mom to play all the time. I'm not playing with y'all. That's all. You know, like when you have a friend and they don't play fair, and you know what you had to tell. So I ain't playing with you because you don't play fair. And that's kind of with me with politics. I ain't playing with y'all. Y'all not playing fair. I can't get Castle Grayskull. There you go. Well, you can see it. I'm going to bring Castle Grayskull over. Look at this. Look. When the world shows you, it's a stage, and it shows you that the person is on the stage because people can't do the things that I'm doing right here. Believe them. Who told you that? There we go. Put Castle Grayskull over here. There you go. There go your politics right there. You can play politics. I can play Castle Grayskull. We played Aliens yesterday. But I don't play with y'all no more because you're not fun. Y'all politics, no. Democrats and Republicans, they're not fun. They don't play fair, Andres. They don't play fair. So no, I'm not happy with it. I just saw something different. It's like, a new kid came to town. And growing up in my neighborhood, obviously, when a new kid came in, you would do, what's your name? What you like to play? What kind of bike do you have? You have any toys? And so Obama was new. It was like, oh wow, this is different. Look, got brown skin, afro, something like that. Talking about, because he was saying lies on this stuff like, we're gonna get rid of the cannabis laws. We're gonna legalize cannabis. I remember when he said that as a senator, as the United States Incorporated actor acting like you're a politician. You're not allowed to do that. That doesn't make money. What makes money is keeping the drug laws and throwing lots of the little kids with green plants in their pocket in prison. That's what they're doing. And they don't want to let them kids out of prison. Same with Kamuku Boo. That's what Kamuku did when she was a DA. She made that big money on slavery. And that's what I'm saying. There ain't nothing changed. This is what I wish on New Year's Day, people was upset with me because I wouldn't wish somebody Happy New Year. I didn't want to lie to them. I ain't going to be no happy. So no, I'm not happy for Bowden's victory. I'm happy that we have a lot of anti-establishment people now. That's what will help you, Andrich, is more and more Americans are becoming anti-establishment. They're realizing that this is a corporation. It is not a government. I have my family. We can't vote for Bowden, but we can support him. Please don't support him, and please don't vote for him. Don't support Trump neither. Don't vote. But that's not really going to help because it's over. Today, Bowden has the power. We need to vote for ourselves. We need to vote for human sovereignty. We need to vote for Andrich. If America becomes a republic again, America would leave you alone. Right now, they don't have any options, right? In the United States Incorporated, a corporation that owns this land, you have to be in one of two cults. That never help, Democrats and Republicans, and they never help because they don't have any power. So if you want to be free around the world or another country that you're in, and you got the CIA and they're doing all kind of dumb, crazy stuff around there, you need to take profit out of deciding everything for this country. America has to go back to being a republic. Someone is in excellent mood. Have a fantastic. I'm always in a good mood, Sarah. Ain't nothing ever wrong with me. For me, this is all funny. I don't know why, but it's hilarious to me. It's just like people still believe this. I do what these do, Sarah. You remember the Muppets? I forgot their names, but I just sit back like them and just watch from the stage. Like, y'all believe that this is real. This is not real. Those are Muppets. They're Muppets. They're furry. Got Rothschilds and Rockefellers got their fingers in a sock, and they're making a little movie out of it. It's not real. All right, love these old men on the Muppets. Yeah, they're hilarious. They're hilarious. I'm not as funny as they are, Christine, but I enjoy their candor and them just standing back watching the show. Hey, Christine, good morning. Y'all want to watch? What y'all want to watch? Y'all want to watch? Oh, was I looking at this one? I was looking at. I was doing Aztec history. I didn't know how many. I didn't know that they knew all the things they did about the Olmecs, the Aztecs, the Mayans. There's a whole bunch of Texas back then. Mex, you had Mexitecs and Old Tex and the Tecatecs and Tex. I was going through the history. I thought that was interesting. But what Chris Hedges said, I think, was spot on about what we can expect. I don't watch the news, so if the world comes to an end, y'all gonna have to tag me, let me know. Oh my God, they're rioting. They've been doing that all year. No, it's the white supremacists. It's no different. They're out there for the same reason that the Black Lives Matter was. Let me know when they figure out they're all out there in the street mad for the same reason. All right, it's going to be empty tomorrow. What's going to be empty tomorrow? Used to love He-Man and She-Ra. Yes, I love She-Ra too, Kristen. I won't tell you why I love She-Ra a little more. I was 8 years old, so there you go. Here we go. Yeah, where we going, Jonathan? Hey, Tony Smith. I didn't know you was up this early, bro. We supposed to talk about 1871. Hello, good morning. All you beautiful awake spirits. Come on, everybody. Everybody spiritual. Everybody just spiritual. Love everybody, April. Everybody just spiritual and spirit. They just beautiful frequencies. Full to do dumb things like the monkeys. Tony, haven't caught you in a minute. Yeah, Tony's been a favorite. There you go, Glenn Greenwald. Y'all look at that? I'm gonna look at that. Let's look at that for a minute. Because I like it. I like their breakdown. They did a good breakdown. Just a few minutes worth of it. They did a great breakdown. And what to expect. If you understand why they pick the actors they do, why the actors get the gigs, then you'll know what the actor's going to be. Right? It's like that whole play. You look at who is going to be in the play, the thespian. You determine what are they good at doing. And that'll determine what's coming next. Some people probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Like, are we talking about the election? Like, no, that's not really real. But, here we go. Share screen. They did a great breakdown. This was fantastic. Tag your mama, tag your grandmama. This was a good breakdown. But Chris Hedges don't play with him. That's why I don't put him on TV anymore. Because Chris Hedges oh, damn it, he said something real. Y'all remember the last time Chris Hedges said something? He's on RT, not TV. Remember the last time? What was he on? It was at ABC or something. They got him on there. They're talking about the war state, colonization. And he just started saying real stuff. And they're like, we got to cut to a break. We got to go. And they cut him off. It was like ABC. And that's the last time he was on television. You cannot put real people on fake television. It's Rockefeller's television, people. It is their media network. All right. Don't trust Rockefeller history. Don't trust Rockefeller television. They will only tell you what makes profit. And if a real person actually get on there and they say something real, they turn the camera off. If it's popular and on TV, you know it's bullshit.
Welcome to On Contact. Today we discuss what to expect from the incoming Biden administration with Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Glenn Greenwald.
The most disturbing event yet, beyond, as we discussed earlier, Facebook and Twitter's unity in blocking the New York Post reporting, is the fact that Amazon, Apple, and Google, 3 of the 4 companies that a Democratic House subcommittee just 3 months ago declared to be dangerous monopolists and illegal antitrust anti-competitors, in a really comprehensive report that they issued, united to remove from the internet a competitor to Twitter and Facebook and Instagram that had become the most popular app downloaded on the Apple Store, which is Parler, on the grounds that Parler played a role in inciting or agitating for the Capitol breach and the riot that occurred on January 6th, even though it was their own properties like Google's YouTube and Facebook that played a much, much bigger role. They simply destroyed a competing platform at the urging of people like Congressman Ro Khanna, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. They issued demands for it on Twitter, and within 72 hours, Parler was gone from the internet.
Joe Biden and the systems managers of the deep state and empire are returning to power. Donald Trump and his coterie of buffoons, racists, con artists, and Christian fascists are sullenly leaving office. America, as Biden says, is back, ready to take its place at the head of the table. In the battle for the soul of America, he assures us democracy has prevailed. Progress, prosperity, civility, and a reassertion of American prestige and power are, we are promised, weeks away. Biden's appointments, however, are drawn almost exclusively from the circles of the Democratic Party and corporate elite, those responsible for the massive social inequality, trade deals, deindustrialization, militarized police, world's largest prison system, austerity programs that abolished social programs such as welfare, the revived Cold War with Russia, wholesale government surveillance, endless wars in the Middle East, and the disenfranchisement and impoverishment of the working class.
Y'all see that? Hang on, let's go back. Did y'all see what Chris just said? This is why they don't put this man on TV. You see what he said? He said, see, this is the resume. This is his resume, right? This is Bowden Jiven'n. This is why I say it's Jiven'n Bowden. He lying to you. Mass incarceration and war and putting black people in prison and Powah people and just shooting people, police statism and war colonization. Got like that. This is his resume. So he got the job, and this is his resume. What do you think is going to happen? Democracy and freedom and love, and we're going to play footsie? Nah, this is exactly what he's going to do.
Middle East and the disenfranchisement and impoverishment of the working class. The Washington Post writes that about 80% of the White House and agency officials he's announced have the word Obama on their resume from previous White House or Obama campaign jobs. The Biden administration resembles the ineffectual German government formed by Franz von Papen in 1932 that sought to recreate the Ancien regime, a utopian conservatism that ensured Germany's drift into fascism. Bernie Sanders, rebuffed in his efforts to become Secretary of Labor in the Biden administration, has expressed frustration with the Biden nominations. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was denied a seat by House Democrats on the House Energy and Commerce Committee because of her support for the Green New Deal. The message of the Biden administration to progressives and left-wing populists is very clear. Drop dead. What will the Biden administration's decision to put into place a third term of the Obama administration mean for a country in crisis, ravaged by a pandemic it cannot control, hostage to corporate power, and bifurcating into warring factions? Joining me to discuss the incoming Biden administration is Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Glenn Greenwald. So, Glenn, we've seen the appointments. We've seen where they're drawn from. Victoria Nuland, Susan Rice, Lloyd Austin, coming from the board of Raytheon, Janet Yellen. Talk a little bit about what you expect from the Biden administration, and I assume you agree with me why that's probably dangerous.
I don't think it's particularly difficult, nor is much work required to know what to expect from the Biden administration, in part because Joe Biden has been at the national political level since 1972. So we're talking about essentially 50 years. He has a very clear record of who he is, somebody who has repeatedly supported militarism and imperialism. He obviously was one of the crucial leading advocates of the invasion of Iraq as chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee in 2002. He, coming from Delaware, has been a very loyal servant of the credit card and banking industry, architecting the bill that Elizabeth Warren said made her so angry that she entered politics. This was the bill that made it much more difficult for consumers to discharge debt in bankruptcy. Obviously, he is the architect of the 1994 crime bill, which is so ironic in a year when we had months and months of protests, largely from the left, against the police state and against racist police abuses, that the person who is probably more responsible than any other single person for that became the person behind whom they rallied. And then you add on.
And that's why, I mean, he's not even done yet, John. That's why we have to watch this, because the only thing I think that helps people is realizing they've been fooled. Hypocrisy. Americans are mostly good people. They're just gullible, and they're busy. People got to go to work. They got to feed kids and buy some shoes and shirts and, you know, look into ancient history, and boss got to yell at them, and they got to pay taxes and stuff. People don't have time to look at this. They turn on the television, they get their 30 minutes of bullshit when they turn it off. People are going to die. We all going to die, and people are going to die. And if people don't realize what's coming, then it's in big trouble. We're in big trouble. So I'll watch somebody else regurgitate, you know, all the bullshizzle and toxic stuff they get from the news, but I won't watch it myself. So that's why we have to watch it, you know, John. And this is the point that I'm saying, is that I'm not a go run and hide person. Right? We got to save as many people as we can. That's my job. It's your job too. You want to save as many people as you can. And so you have people who are walking out in the middle of a highway right now, like, yeah, it's gonna be Jiven'n Bowden. Who's gonna be fun? We're gonna have cakes and cookies and pies and and they're getting excited and get ready. Like, no, you need to buy some seeds. You need to get some raspberries, some perennials. You need to buy some land, and you need to get the hell out of the city. There was a good doctor. What was the name of the doctor who just did the most recent video that you probably can't post on Facebook, so I didn't even bother taking the time? Doctor's name, I gave her, she's a geneticist. And she told you what they're doing to people. And she told you the dangers. She told, she's telling people that this is something that is going to change your DNA. And nobody knows what this is going to do. Dr. Louise Lagan Sugar Day. Hang on, I'll post it now. Maryland PhD. If you look up her name, it'll take you to the website, and it looks like on the post somebody might have already posted it. I can't post it because then that'll put me in prison. A Harvard-educated doctor with an extensive background in molecular genetics explains messenger RNA. All right, and I can't really say most about it. I'll post. That's her name right there. All right. This is why we have to talk about it. We don't need to make any more races of human beings experimenting on them. People are going to listen to this person like the last listen to that person. And when they say this is good and I think this will work, and they're not a geneticist, they're not a doctor, they're literally an actor acting like a politician working for a corporation, people are going to get hurt. And so we have to, best that we can, help people. That's why we have to listen. But when I listen, like I said, I'll listen to you regurgitate it. I'll listen to Tony or Deborah, somebody regurgitate what they hear. I can't go directly in the news. It's too much for me.
That 8 years of the Obama administration, of which Biden was a crucial part, and as you said, which he's clearly attempting consciously to replicate, I think people have forgotten what the Obama administration is like. The Democrats are very good at creating a brand that is radically different than their reality. But essentially, the Democratic Party serves militarism, imperialism, and corporatism. That's who funds them. That's what they believe in. It's why you see neocons migrating so comfortably back to the Democratic Party, why you see Bush-Cheney operatives cheering for Joe Biden, why Wall Street celebrated when he picked Kamala Harris, who, of course, has her own background as a harsh prosecutor. I think it's very easy to see exactly who they are.
Now, what do you think the consequences of that are going to be for a country in crisis? There's a strong argument, which I think I subscribe to, that in many ways the failure of the Obama administration to deal with the systemic problems gave rise to a figure like Trump and Trumpism. What's the danger of continuing these kinds of neoliberal policies?
I think you see the dangers of that neoliberal mentality, that neoliberal ideology, and not just the United States, but entirely, basically throughout the democratic world. Here in Brazil, where I live, people always ask me, how is it possible that a country that elected a center-left workers' party from 2002 until 2014, so essentially 4 consecutive national elections, suddenly lurched to this far-right extremism in Jair Bolsonaro? And the answer is because the system failed them. They know the system failed them. And then they rallied behind whoever it was who seemed to be the most virulent adversary of that political order. Obviously, the same was true with Brexit in the United Kingdom, with the rise of far-right parties in Western Europe, places we never expected to see them. And
when smart people are talking, shut the hell up and listen, right? Like, that is why he explained it right there. Why did you get Obama? Because people are so sick of the bullshit, and they would have put anybody in office other than what they've seen. How did you get Trump? Because people were so sick of the bullshizzle, they would put anybody in office who was different from what was in there. It's not racist. It's not any of the nonsense that the television talks about. It's because people are busy. And Verna said it best. Verna, Darren, you killing me here. She said the populace can't look into this because they're too busy getting stickers. There you go. That is it right there. That stole that from Susan. Which is true. The population is too busy. They don't have time to go read laws and legislation. They sit back and they're, they got to get, because if you don't, real talk, if you don't get stickers, you die. You got to get some stickers or you'll die. You got to get, you get a good job. You get paid as an accountant and a banker and and a DA and a systemic racist law writer and a programmer. You do your good job, you get your sticker, and sticker could be money in that example, as well as houses and cars, all the bullshit they steal from every other country. But everybody's busy getting stickers. And they see somebody coming along like, damn it, this is different. I remember the Trump folks when it wasn't Trump. I remember they were, wasn't it Jesse Ventura? They were Ventura folks. They're just people who are like, you know what y'all are doing is a bad idea. We're going to do something different. And I think all sides have bad ideas with them, but they're all good people and they're all trying to do good things. And to me, that's why, where's the Trump thing at? Oh, you know what? I moved it out the way. Y'all can't even see it. Let me move back over. Because it'll piss some people off, but I think it's real. I think this is this real talk. Like, this is what they were planning. I think all sides are controlled opposition. I think they knew that if they took somebody from the DNC who they could turn into a racist, they don't have to change anything. And they turned him into a racist. And was it his plan? I don't know. I don't really care. Like, I'm just watching the play. And it's just like, you know that they're lying to you. You know, it's like, no, it's not. He's mean and he's racist and he did it. No, it's Donald Trump. Literally, he parties with Snoop Dogg. He gets down with the dog pound. Are you kidding me? They flew around the world and party. Stop it. Cut that out. You know, I got the TV set. That right. Exactly. The Rockefeller TV told you. The DNC didn't want to change anything. But that's why, what Verna said, they're just too busy getting stickers. People, you know, people that die without stickers, right? And this is the point I try to make to people who are close to me in the real world. The same reason that they were pissed off a few days ago in DC, and I guess it's tomorrow. I thought it was today. I thought Insurrection Day was today. I thought today was the holiday. I'm sorry. Ain't nobody gonna do no insurrection. That's the most violent. We eviscerate babies and turn them into goo and vapor. Stop it. Ain't nobody fighting them. Shut up. Did y'all see the video? The guy at the horns? He went up to the colonizer chair is in the Capitol building where the head colonizer sits, and he sat in the chair. He was taking selfies, and the police were helping him. They're like, yeah, you can get up there, but what he say? Oh, well, that's sacred. You know, I don't think you want to go up there. That you might want to come down a little bit. And the guy just take more pictures, and he told the other guy to take his picture. See, and this is weird to me. This is what I'm saying. You cannot trust the bullshitters on TV. Because the other guy with the MAGA hat, and he's like, yeah, you with the red hat, take my picture. And I'm like, wait a minute, y'all just stormed the Capitol together. Y'all don't even know each other. Like, it's something funky going on. You don't storm nothing without your battle buddies, okay? You don't do anything without your homies. And he didn't even know who the guy was. The guy was an actor, acting like your politicians, acting like they're politicians, but they're all really just actors. Yeah. So to me, it's controlled opposition. It's two sides of the same damn coin. The bottom line is we are not free. We don't have any rights. We don't have a government. In 1871, America was bought. Now we have a corporation that's just oppressing us. Period. End of story. So to me, I think it was the greatest setup. Oh, it was great. It was great. They can get women to turn against them because he's a rich dude. Everybody know what rich dudes do. They do the same thing rich women do. Yeah, I had your butt grabbed by a rich woman. They do the same thing, but he's mean. He's just grabbing the coochie. I know. What you think rich women do? They don't give two damns. The only difference is I didn't really care. I was like, oh yeah, you nasty old. Anyway, I used to get down to places like that, But rich people do that because they feel empowered. Little kids grow up. That's what they're supposed to do. It's like, oh goodness gracious, now we're on toys. So it's not just He-Man. It was G.I. Joe too. A little privileged kid up the street from me. He had the aircraft carrier. Nah, my father could have bought me one. He decided not to. He decided it's better for me to learn how to make one out of cardboard and wood, which did me good, by the way. And he just grew up being privileged, like the little kid, like, well, you can come play with my aircraft carrier and the G.I. Joes if you bring Flint, and you got to bring this, and you got to be Cobra, and you got this, like from Cobra was the bad guy. From a very early age, they're taught that they get to dictate things. Right? This is the class system, and children are raised in it. All children are born neutral, and indoctrination breaks them. So, of course, he felt that he could say anything he wants to women because he could do anything he wants to kids, even from a very young age. And I don't think that they had G.I. Joe aircraft carriers back then, but they damn sure had the G.I. Joe, the Kung Fu grip, the block toys. Y'all remember the wooden block toys, the trucks? We literally grew up in a time where we had block toys. They're like blocks, like the block was the wheel and had a peg. And those were toys. Like, imagine where things have come. My God, we got drone toys now. You got kids flying with drones. So, we had rubber band air. Remember the rubber band airplanes? Y'all remember the balsa wood? You like get the airplane kit, come in a plastic bag. You got to put the wing in, and you can put a rubber band from the little hook in the back to the propeller in the front. And you turn it around. You wind it up and throw it. We live in a golden age, people. We have come a long way in a very short period of time. And the reality is they just don't want to share that technology. So why would the Democrats turn against Trump and call him racist and all of these things? Because the only way you can break intellectual people is you have to make them emotional. And that's what I saw. They took a lot of very smart people who I used to know, and I still kind of know most of them, and they made them really stupid. Because that's what corporations do. It's all about money. It's all about money. It has nothing to do with Donald Trump, has nothing to do with Democrats, has nothing to do with Republicans, has nothing to do with, it has to do with the fact that they don't want what the founding fathers were trying to do. The founding fathers gave us a republic, and they said it's a republic if you can keep it. They got some things wrong, but they got most of it right, which is human beings are the sovereign, right? And so they've been seeking to undo that since the very beginning. The bankers, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Robin Barons, the landowners, the railroad tycoons, they've been doing it from the very beginning, So, yeah, that none of this surprised me. I mean, I don't think things will change. I think, though, that they made a mistake with Donald Trump. That's what I think. That's my analysis from my position on the Muppets podium. But they made a mistake. They picked somebody who got a little bit too much of that showmanship, maybe a little too much sociopathy. And I think he actually was trying to do some things for him or his voters. I'm not sure. And that's not allowed. As an actor, you got to follow the script. And I think, maybe he thought he had a little power, thought he can get away with something. So they stepped it up and they ramped it up. And so somehow they created an environment where most people thought it was helping me. Like, here you go, Mr. Black Man. We did this for you. We gave you Jiven'n Bowden. Here you go. We saved you. You did not save me. You did not just take out a fake racist guy and put in the guy who wrote most of the systemically racist laws than anybody alive. This man is responsible for black genocide. Come on, stop it. And they didn't even change the crime bill. All right, so there we go. Well, let's watch a few more minutes. Another minute, then we'll go. Move on from there. But you weren't helping me. It's like, hey, we saved you, Mr. Black Man. That's okay. I didn't need your help. You want to help me? You need to plant some food and get off the system and move off grid. Stop relying on colonizers.
It's not a coincidence that after 8 years of Obama and Biden, we got Donald Trump. And obviously, if you go back and do exactly the same thing that the Biden administration did for 8 years, which is what Biden is preparing to do, any rational person has to expect the same outcome being the middle class continues to be destroyed, companies that have no allegiance to the United States that will take as many jobs as possible and ship them to places where they can pay slave labor will continue to do so. Communities will continue to be ravaged with unemployment crises, with drug addiction, with suicide, with depression, all the things that are dominating small American towns, rural towns, and increasingly even larger ones. And that anger and dissatisfaction is going to only continue to grow, so that when you have a smarter, more stable version of Donald Trump tapping into that populist anger, promising them to close the United States, to give them better lives, it's going to be even more appealing this time around.
The Biden administration, especially through many of the appointees, has made it very clear that they look at the progressive wing of the Democratic Party, centered around Bernie Sanders, as the enemy. Many of the people that he's appointed openly ridicule Sanders and his supporters. What will that mean for the party, and what will that mean for progressives?
Great things, great, fantastic things. Yes, he thinks Bernie Sanders is trash. I meant to talk about that earlier. Most of my friends were Bernie people, Bernie exiters, and most of my other friends were Trump people. And there's a reason why, because they both were change. They were something different, I think. They were something different. And so I think that you might see a coming together of people who have real root level problems in common. and they start to see through the system. They start to see that it is all bullshit. They start to see, because right, Trisha, because they were played by the Sky Daddy on the other side, right? And that's how that worked out. Because one side got played by the whole racism, save black people, oh, they need our help, they need our help. I'm like, dude, I don't need you. You need to go learn how to make some basil pesto or something. And the other side, they're like, oh, well, he's a conservative and he's been to church and he likes Jesus and he's conservative. I'm like, Donald Trump? Trisha, I lose. It's crazy to me. The only way you can fool intellectual people who love Jesus on the other side is to give them the Sky Daddy. They're like, oh, he loves the Sky Daddy. And they got Donald Trump on stage and he said in Timothy 2, I said, Timothy 2, where is that? That's in the Bible? Where that at? No, I don't know anybody that knows where the hell Timothy 2 is. There's no Timothy 2. Trisha, if you've ever been a Sky Daddy church, I grew up in a Sky Daddy church. We say 2 Timothy. When you say Timothy 2, we know that you have never read 2 Timothy. We know that you don't even know the Sky Daddy. We know you're playing Sky Daddy because that's the role of the actor. Besides, this man, come on, I'm not gonna hate on Donald Trump. I'm just gonna say what's real. All right, he's got pictures with Ghislaine Maxwell. Stop it. He's been on the Lolita Express and used to party and get down with Epstein, you know. And besides, and then Clinton on the other side, he flew to that island how many times? 2,200, 26 or something. Clinton got a house over there. He got a tiny house. Brother, stay over there. So it's like, if you don't think Bowden been over there sniffing children, come on, stop it, man. Come on. It's a Sky Daddy, right? Trisha, they fool people on both sides. That's why I say it's a game. It literally is a show, and they trick people on both sides, intelligent people who really want to fix things, but they're too busy getting stickers. And that's the whole point of a slave plantation, is to get everybody so damn busy picking up stickers and doing things to get approval that they can't actually change the system. All right, so it's Sky Daddy. I'm glad you said that, Trisha, because you spot on with that. The man does not know the Sky Daddy. I mean, it's not hate on Donald Trump. Once again, it's just what it is. People, they tell you what you need to hear to make sure corporations get the profit that they need. John Sean is one of our, wait a minute, it's his own big, I see y'all fighting. I thought y'all was getting along. What happened? All right, I love Gerard. He makes my mornings tolerable. Yeah. Without y'all, I might not even want to get out of bed these some days. Whatever. And that's what it is for me. But I come on here and I hear that music and I know I'm about to be around a bunch of people who don't believe in this bullshizzle, then it's good. And plus they're like real solutions. The people around here, if you're new to this family here, you need to make friends with everybody here that you can. Anybody that will tolerate your posts. Because we talk real solutions. We don't talk bullshit. We talk real problems and real solutions. If you don't talk about the real problems, you will never get to the real solutions. And it's one on both on right there. And back to Verna's comment, which is they're just busy getting stickers, which is originally Susan's comment, which is they keep everybody busy. So you can't do anything that has anything meaningful. You don't have time to do those things. Wait, those neoliberals police were already in place with Trump. Are they honestly going to act like they didn't exist under Trump? Yes, yeah, they are. This is why Chris Hedges is playing checkers. Hey, with chess pieces, right? Well, they're pretending that Donald Trump was the founder of racism. And it's like, I don't even think Donald Trump can spell racism. You know, Trump voters aren't racist. Racist people, they don't want to interact with your society. They literally live in holes. If you hate people of a certain ethnicity or a couple different ethnicities, you know, because you were raised to, you're not going to interact in places that they interact. You're not going to vote where they vote. You're not going to go to places they are, you know. And so, but they needed this narrative, right? They needed to figure out, how do you get person A, hate person B, just for being person B, not because they actually did anything that was racist, but because they're person B. And that's what they did. It's all bullshit. Like you might have real racists that still exist somewhere. To me, I don't really care, because like racism is a side effect of things that we can fix. We're just choosing not to. Scarcity, the environment, and two, it's just political racism. Political racism is not, it's like political climate change. It's not real climate change. The people behind the wars that pump most fossil fuels into the ecosystem are not trying to fight climate change, right? Yeah, but and that's how they break everything, right? That's how you get people to stop playing chess and play checkers is politics. You make everything political, then it's useless. It's like the whole vacuum of nation. It's a useless topic, right? Because it's coming from politicians. Do your own research. Go look up that doctor. What was her name? Dr. Louise Lajenjik. Lajenjik. Somebody's gonna pronounce that last name wrong. And go do, but this is the beautiful thing about it, right? When you live in a time where everybody's lying, that's in a popular chair, that's on television, you got to do your own research. So critical thought is coming back. Please lose that voice, G. I can't, Elaine. I tried. I'm a father, and that's I can't. I tried to. Stickers are a sign of deficiencies, eggplant deficiencies. You think so? I love the voice Gerard does. It's fine. Deborah, I love him too. I don't try to do him. I just talk him. All right. We aren't real. No, we aren't. And that's why I'm saying, Lori, we're not going to, yeah, we all going to die, but not really. You never die. You're a frequency. You're a spiritual creature. You're a being. Nobody dies. We aren't real. We are all phonies and frauds, Lori. We are all bigots of birth and indoctrination. There are just those of us who are trying to be less of that. It's like, but we lost the election. You actually didn't lose the election. We won the election. You actually didn't win the election. Number one, there was no election. It was just a Rothschild erection. The Rockefellers and Rothschilds, they won before you even cast your first ballot, people. All right. What's going to happen is what's profitable. You got to look at the world's history to understand what I'm talking about. So anyone dare guess what happens tomorrow? So it is tomorrow then, Jonathan, huh? That's funny to me. That's hilarious to me. Because now you and Christine told me that today is not the day. It's not insurrection erection day. It's tomorrow. I thought it was today. I don't know. What's funny is Jonathan is from France and Christine is from Belgium. I don't know what the Americans are up to. These people lie too much. I don't watch their news. I don't even know what's going on. All right. I'd rather him than Ben Stein. Who y'all talking about? The next actor, president, politician thingy? I still want a homeless person, Tony. I still want a homeless person. I want a stay-at-home mom. I want somebody who might actually say something real. I want to just toss a coin. Can we do that? Can we just go get names of homeless people in Chicago or something? Just thought, and get and then go to the Appalachian Mountains. I think you should pick an actor who might suck at acting. Go to the Appalachian Mountains or a trailer park. Just pick just the most poorest white community you can find, the most poorest black community, and just go get a list of names, and we'll flip a coin, and that'll be the next president. And nothing will probably change. They'll say different things because they'll get on stage and they might say something real, like Chris Hedges. But at the end of the day, the corporations are going to decide what happens. And if they step too far from that, they're just going to kill them. That's how corporations work. And it's not a broken system. Unlike, Chris and Glenn said, they say, the system is broken. Yeah, it's not a broken system. It's a corporation. It's designed to do this. When you have a corporation and their bottom line is the bottom line, because all corporations' bottom line is the bottom line. When you look at the biggest industries, that's who they're going to listen to. Child trafficking, foster care, war, Raytheon, banking, right? Poverty, debt. And so, when you start to put together their biggest industries, pharmaceutical industry, what do? You get the deciders. And those are the ones who are actually deciding for your country. Your vote does not matter. They don't really care what you have to say. They don't care what you think. They don't even care if you get cuckoo flu and die from sugar because you eat too much sugar. So, of course, so at the top, the number one budgetary expenditure is taking children from parents. We don't like that. Did they stop? No, they don't give two damns. Or we don't like that. Did they stop? Nope, don't give two damns. No matter who's in office. The only weird thing about Trump, if you could say that, it was weird that no new wars were started, no new public-facing wars. But if you talk to people in the military, they will tell you that they've been quietly in places they're not supposed to be. And who said it? Oh, somebody just the other day. Dr. Rashid Buttar, the doctor. What did he say? He was in the military, and he was talking about this the other day. He said that it's weird that we all wear patches. Remember y'all was Boy Scout? You had to get the patch in the American flag, Girl Scout. It was permanent, didn't you? You had to go say, Mom, will you put my patch on? You ain't not going to like that. Mama, will you put my patch on? I said, oh, you got to do it yourself, baby. And yeah, I wanted to cheat. I got that little sticker one. You put the sticker on, you iron it on, but it'll keep falling off. And you had to sew it on so it stayed. So you were proud to be an American. Well, at least I know I'm free, you know. And then he talked about, he said, well, wait a minute, Dr. Buttar talked about, when we get deployed, we have Velcro American flags. Why? Because we're in places we're not supposed to be. And so when they went into the city or different places, they took it off. Think about that, you know. And so, yeah, have we not started any new wars? I don't think they told us what they've been up to. So we don't know. And so for me, I see things steadily getting worse. But war is a big industry. And that's why he put Raytheon, a bunch of them, and Trump put a bunch of war people on there and warmongers, and Obama and them put the warmongers, went to McCain's funeral, kissed the casket. Mwah! I love you, Christopher Columbus. I'm going to miss you. The industries decide. Pharmaceutical industry, my God, 2020. it was the pharmaceutical industry's wet dream. It's just nut all over the planet. This lost their minds. Pfizer, Moderna, my God, they made their own race of humans. And who's coming next? Johnson & Johnson, they got their thing coming out, and they got the complete adult vaccination record, where people think it's, oh, well, they're trying to cure me and help me and save me. No, they're not. They are trying to put you on the adult vaccination schedule. They've had this for the longest time, and now they got an excuse because they've normalized it. We got people who are so normalized wearing masks, they don't even take their masks off now. People taking showers in masks. They're scared to death. The psychological damage was already done. The pharmaceutical industry is having a wet dream. You literally giving them the ability to put things in your veins that will give you problems for the rest of your life that they can sell you drugs to not fix. All right. You know what other industries? They decide. They're dictating what the medical police state becomes. Right. And so all we're getting what corporations want. You know, the whole big tech, they can censor and shut up anyone they want. This is what I was thinking about the other day when they got rid of Parler. They just decided, no, you're not allowed to, we're not going to let you do this. So boop, we got rid of you. Right? You're not allowed to say things. Freedom of speech. There's no freedom of speech. You can only say what colonizers want you to say. I was thinking about, silencing Trump. So what was that about? Big tech's normalizing that they have more power than your government. They can do anything they want, anytime they want, and you can't do anything about it. To me, that was a JFK hit. Right? Because what was a JFK? JFK hit was the same thing that gangs do to each other. You don't want to take out the street level people. You take out the leader. You take out the leader, you send a strong message. Yeah, I got the power, don't I? Yeah, I do. I can take out the American president. Got you. That's why Trump, I don't think, will try to help you. And Jiven'n Bowden definitely ain't going to help you. When they silenced Trump, that's all it was. It's a message. I think sometimes the only way you can start to kind of see what's happening is you try to read the messages that these people, these powerful people, are quietly sending to each other. And they're just basically saying we can shut anybody up anytime we want. We can delete anytime we want. Oh my God, they took down Alex Jones. Oh my goodness, they deplatformed Cynthia McKinney. And it's just like, that's not a big deal. They went right for the top and said, yeah, we decide. You don't decide. So they can shut up any president they want at any time they want. This is the same conversation that's been going on since Henry Wallace era. You need to let it distract you by design. Stop it. Is that for me or is that for you arguing with John? Because I don't do distractions. I think everything is a distraction that's not interesting to me. And that's how that's supposed to work. To both on, if that was for me, this is supposed to be a distraction. If that was for John, that's supposed to be a distraction to you too. Everybody has to focus with where they resonate. Keep talking about the people in the real world. Yeah, but is this world really real, Lori? Is it really? I'm not sure if this world is real. Oh, I somehow got into y'all. Is that y'all? Are y'all arguing? All right. Wait a minute. Sex is a lot of sex. We all getting F just like we did 4 years ago. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's always going to be that. And that's a distraction, John. That's all. Sex is a distraction, but I can promise you that that's not going to stop for the foreseeable future, people. So it's all a distraction. These are all stickers. Everything is a sticker. Live your life, go your own way. Ignore what everybody else is doing. Live your life. Resonate how you need to resonate. Anything else would be a distraction. Most stories are lies. They are lies. Unless you get entertainment out of it, Lori, it serves no purpose. Question, how many executive orders did Trump sign? A whole bunch, a whole bunch. Day one. That's what made me think, John, that he was going to do something different. Didn't he like do over 100 in the first 100 days or something, like every day he had a new one? And in my opinion, I think, John, that he got in office and I think he thought that he had the power. And I think he thought that he was going to do some things. And so he hustled and started doing things. And then he stopped. Right. And that when he stopped writing executive orders, that was when that CIA had that conversation with him. And just said, hey, listen, bro, we got you. We got your taxes. We got pictures of you. We got this. We got videotape. We got your records. Because nobody makes $1 billion unless they're dirty. And that's when he stopped. All right. Same thing with Obama and all the rest of them. They go in on good ideas. Yeah, we're going to help you in democracy and freedom and take care of the middle class and blah, blah, blah. And as soon as they get in, you get less freedom and helping you. And they're destroying the middle class, right? So there's a bunch of examples. But the good thing, John, is you can take positive things from it. You know, you can take positive things. Like if it weren't for the Obama presidency, I would know nothing about the NDAA. And this is why, for me, none of this is distraction. This is all very important. I know nothing about the NDAA. If it weren't for the Trump administration, I wouldn't know anything about the, what was that? The JFK memo. Right, where you take the CIA and you push them back into just being an information organization. I wouldn't know anything about that. If it weren't for both of their administrations, I wouldn't know anything about the Act of 1871. It wouldn't have encouraged me. And this is the whole point about resonance, right? When you resonate with a message and it seems like it's right, stick with it. You got to go with it because it will end up teaching you. You know, if it weren't for those two presidencies, I wouldn't realize that America is a corporation. I'd still be out there voting, trying to change my world. 1871 has nothing to do with it. Are y'all still fighting? Where's that for me? You can't have a state that isn't at the expense of the populace. Sovereignty created under the fraudulent rally cry that they are defending your sovereignty. And this is what I don't know who that's for, but I will answer that to a degree and say that what I believe Beaufont is trying to explain to you is that if you have a government, you are not a sovereign. Either you are the government or the sovereign is the government, especially if it's a government that rules by force. You know, and I can try to debate that in my head, right? Like, because at the end of the day, if they rule by force, they can do anything they want to be. You can have all the sheets of paper and constitutions, and we can talk about all the eight acts of 1871 we want. These are my rights. The Caesars don't care about your rights. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's and unto Satan what is Satan's. And I gave that to a family member earlier who believes in those things. And I just said, well, wait a minute. So you're happy. What was it? It was a text message. It was something about when the insurrection had happened. And a few people with pencils and selfie sticks broke into the most violent people in the world's office, that they were taking pictures. They were taking pictures of classified records. Oh my God, this is horrible. Oh my God, oh, we're not safe. You know, and I'm just like, well, wait a minute. First of all, the Caesar can't have no secrets. That's number one. I don't believe in Caesars having secrets. So if you got Trump's, if that's what they were, and they were in there taking pictures, I'm on their side. I'm always on the side of people. Like I said, I was on the side of Black Lives Matter, not in terms of they're doing the right thing, but that all these people are defying the same colonizers and oppression that both sides do and pretend that they don't. Right? I'll never side with the Caesars. I will side at all times with people who hate me over Julius Caesars who think they own me. I can deal with people who hate me. I don't care about hate. You ain't gotta like me. Half the time I hate me too. The reason I won't go back and listen to this, well, one, they'll probably delete it because they've been deleting my videos lately. And two, I did that stupid voice that Elaine. I hate that voice too, Elaine. You ain't alone. I hate that. I know. I'm fine when it comes out of my mouth. It sounds different, like the way it vibrates off of stuff. It just, you know, it's funny to me. But when I hear my voice, when I play, I can't stand my voice. It's horrible. Yeah, so half the time I hate me too. But I can be in a fox pit with people who hate me. I really don't care if you hate me. I don't care if you like me. All I care about is if you're shooting in the right direction. That's the only important thing, right? Caesars aren't human. Julius Caesars as corporations and systematic systems that think that they own me. They're not human. All right. I will side with a human every damn day over bacteria, fish, systems, corporations, governments. I always get their back. You know, you're never going to get me to turn against poor people. I don't really care what them poor people say. They're not burning crosses. So I've burned a few crosses in my day. I don't really care about that. You know, as long as we can have a respectful conversation and you know which way to shoot, we're good to go. And even if you don't know which way to shoot, we're still on the same team. You just don't know you're not supposed to be attacking that. You know, that's and that's the same thing. It just works all ways around. If you know who you are, then you know what to do. If you don't know who you are, then you're going to be very confused in this world. They're all controlled opposition. There's no end to information. That's pro and con, all designed to lead us further away from who we are. Hey, Sandra said that freaking 15 minutes ago. And this is what resonance does, right? When people are on that same accord, it makes perfectly good sense. It's all controlled opposition. You know, enjoy the show, you know, laugh. It's entertainment. Beat 'em up. It's in the crowd. Hang on. Let me do this because not sure if I want to watch the rest. It was a great interview. I think y'all should watch the whole thing. Anyone who still believes in the system, especially if you got friends who still believe in the system, you should send it to them. But you know, with my friends who got that anti-political gene, but it's a good human gene. It's a biological, organic human gene. They can't do politics. They can't stand it. Anytime I mention the word, they're like, "Ah, Gerard, shut up!" Then I start seeing my private messages going on. But at least it's a human gene. It's not a Moderna one. It's not a Pfizer synthetic one making a new species of human beings. But I got it too. And it's just like, yeah, I can kind of go with it for a little bit. Now, I love Chris Hedges. And the only news I'll watch will be from another country. I can't watch American news. Oh, goodness. I got to sit back. My green screen is busting. Is that on this side? That's on this side. It's a light conversation. Let me turn this light on. Make this to fix it. See, look at that. Look, we're fighting racism. It's a fake world. All right, there we go. We're gonna leave it like that. Controlled opposition. There was no end of information. It's pro and con, all designed to lead us further away from who we are, right? And so they lead us further from who we are by taking our sovereignty. Right? Every administration that goes in, the world loses less freedom. And we lose less rights, right? We lose less freedom all the time. Golden shower age, we getting pissed. Oh, big time, Lord. We getting pissed. I heard your accent when you said that, by the way. I don't know. Is this anything stronger than piss? I'm not even sure this is going to be piss this time. It's going to get bad. Things going to get dark. It's going to get dark. It's going to be very dark because they drink that most of politicians, actors that are politicking, they drink the Prozac and Xanax and Viagra and all that stuff. They probably got that endochrome and all that stuff that they take. And then when they pee us on us this time, it's going to get in our eyes. We won't be able to see. We're going to go blind like that show. Yeah, they're going to piss on us. Which is why we have to do this, John, to a degree. So people won't be like, oh, look, it's raining. Oh, look at that. It's a drought. Like, no, you better not drink that. That's colonizing people. Yes, we are getting pissed on it. People going, oh, it rain. Hey, there go Harsh, you criminal. Yes, and I did watch that stupid video. I didn't watch the whole video, and I didn't do one comment. That's the first time I watched the video. I didn't say a damn thing. I just watched all my friends sell me out like, you bastards. It was funny though. Wouldn't it be great? Ooh, and they was mean too. Oh, they was mean. Oh, these people like, oh God, some of the people I thought they were so nice and you just a nice person, nice type thing. This is a vicious thing. Oh my God. Ooh, the stuff they said about me. Y'all need to go protect me. No, actually don't. You don't need to watch that video. Damn it, Arch. You a bastard. I got you though. I got you the other day. I got you. Was it yesterday? That's a face app. We're in a face app war still. Oh Lord have mercy. There you go. Oh yeah, we're gonna put you on blast for a minute. You criminal. Oh, is this? Wait a minute. Can I download? Is it a gift? Oh, it's a gift. I can download it. Ooh, Harsh, we're gonna put you on blast. No, it's his webpage. No. How do I download the gift? Oh, I want to get you so bad. Oh, I want to get you so bad. I want to get you so bad. I'm feeling the blood shift. I gotta show. Oh, dang it! I can't show you. Ugh. Why can't I download? It's an image. Oh, I want to show you. Wait. No. This is the criminal I've been telling y'all. All right, dang it. I don't know how to show it to you. Can I go full screen? Yes, I want to put him. Oh, wait. I added it to my important friends clip. This is what you got to do in the apocalypse when dark days are coming. You got to make lots of jokes. And oh Lord have mercy. Yeah, I know the CIA is happy we're using FaceApp. I know. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this will be all this is going. Yeah, this is going to look nice. This is going to be. It's the last one I saw. When I saw this one, I just knew it was harsh. It said harsh all over. Because so first of all, what's coming in the future? We are going to FEMA camps. So if you don't like prison food, you need to start building up a tolerance. Is that you're vegetarian? You need to work on that because you ain't gonna be no vegetarians in the FEMA camp. They gonna tell you exactly what you're gonna eat. Let me show you this. Wait a minute. No, what happened? Oh dang! I turned off the thing. No, I want to do that. This. I want to stop that and show the harsh screen. Where is harsh? Where is harsh? Because he is harsh. So I had to find the most harsh thing I could find for harsh. Because he's a harsh bastard. Look at this right here. This is harsh right here. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. One here. Here you go. Full screen. Can I go full screen? No, that's the wrong one. Oh man, the CIA, stop it. CIA messing with my thing. They didn't want me to show harsh. He ain't a good guy. Y'all see the stuff he posted about y'all? Oh, here you go, right here. Here we go. Here we go. Here go harsh. There you go. There you go. There you go. No. There you go. Why is it not working? No, work. There you go. Work it. Work it. That's harsh in the FEMA camp. So you know why? Because why to stop? It stopped. No, don't stop. Harsh, you gotta go. There you go. There you go, Harsh. There you go. There you go. He's showing he's pottery. See, in prison, you have to have a job. You have to have a thing that you can do to keep the people. Because Richard Pryor said, when you go to prison, you got to do things to keep people's mind off your booty. And he said he told jokes. It's gonna be harsh in the FEMA camp, right there. There you go. There you go. He's doing pottery. He's gonna give pottery classes to people. All right, I'm sorry. I know it was inappropriate. It was. I do inappropriate. They go Harsh, Back to the Future Harsh. See, Harsh, he discovers a time machine. He goes back in the past to young Harsh with bangs. And he's showing Harsh the red and blue. Because Harsh he came from the Bernie side. He was a Bernie, he used to love Bernie and them. And he finally, realized that politics is bullshit. So he's gonna find a time machine. So go back in history and show what red and blue in politics is actually really about. So Harsh got a time machine to go show young Harsh. This is what they do. They just hump each other all the time on the same team, making babies. Look at that right there. That's Harsh in the future. They go, they go Coco Fro, get it, lock, pop, lock. This Coco Fro. This is my friend Courtney. She got a fro. Boom. Get it. Ooh, Coco Fro. We're gonna see a lot more Coco Fro in the future. This is Coke. She got a fro. Their skin's a little darker than in normal life right now. It's Coco Fro. Get it. This is what we did back in the 80s, y'all. We didn't do that race stuff. We didn't care nothing about that. It's like, as long as you with the crew, Go get it, Coco. Go on. All right, I'm almost done. Is that nope? They go Harsh. What's Harsh telling? Oh, this is Harsh telling you about mass incarceration. Like, oh yeah, also you can put Jiven'n Bowden in, huh? And yeah, you fighting racism by putting a systemic genocidal maniac in. Okay, who wrote the most systemic racist laws of the time? Okay, if you say so, all right, I trust you. That's what you think. And it go Harsh right here. He Harsh Bow. Harsh Ram John Bow. Starring in Insurrection. Dun. Harsh gets out of the FEMA camp. And keep in mind, they go Harsh from Deliverance. All right, I'm done. I'm not gonna do this. That's unfair. I know. I'm sorry. I apologize, everybody. We supposed to talk about important things. It's unfair. No, it's unfair because I don't want to do that to Harsh. Now Harsh going to spend the rest of the day on me. This man, look, Harsh, I was just playing, man. Like, don't spend your day on me. That's a waste of your time. FaceApp is fun. Harsh man, do you know if you can Grubhub carp? Oh Lord have mercy. See, you know what? This is why all of y'all need to go to prison. Every last one of y'all. I regret even taking the few minutes it took to hear the things that I said that y'all said about me when my back was turned. Hey gals, here's some juices to carry on through your day. Yep. Yeah, I notice ain't nobody talking to. Certain people said certain things. I noticed they pretending they're not here. I know you here. I know I heard what people said about me. I heard exactly what people said, and they pretended that they're not here. So I pretend I didn't see that video. I'm disappointed, and I'm discombobulated. I've been ramboozled and I've been run amok by people supposed to be my friend. All right, anyway. Oh, I thought it was called Tinder. What? Though I would ask, whoa, Gerard Straps to just see. Look, there's gonna be no Tinder in FEMA camps. Y'all gonna have to get rid of that. No, there's no Tinder in FEMA camp. And if it's Tinder in the FEMA camp, Harsh, you do not have a choice for gender. It'll be you swipe all you want. You keep swiping. You gonna be with the gender that they tell you that you with, and you're gonna get tenderoni with the same gender. That's the new normal. Okay. The new normal is you ain't got no choices, all right? No choice. The new normal is a prison camp, all right? Prison camp. All right. Too silly, got to go. Yeah, well, you got to get out. If it's not resonating with your eye, Vonda, you got to go. I don't know where this is going to go next. I really don't want to look at the rest of this political stuff. We all love you, Harsh. No, we don't. Don't lie to him. Don't be telling lies, John. That's fake news. Still not blocked. No, you're not gonna get blocked because you're funny. That's why. Sleepy time indica. Infused tea. Just saying. Yeah. And it's not gonna be no infused teas in FEMA camps neither. The new normal does not come with cannabis drinks. It comes with glyphosate drinks. It comes with, I don't know. It might become a moonshine. You know, take some old apples or something and what's that called? Prison punch. Get that rock gut. That's what it'll come with. That's the only thing we're gonna have in the future. If you vote, you are the problem. Yeah, Deborah, I agree with the prophet George Collins who said that. I absolutely agree with him. He said, I feel like you know, the people who's the problem is the people who's voting, the people who consent to it. You know, it's like, oh, well, you didn't vote. You're the problem. You're not helping. Like literally, the red and blue are not helping. Neither side of the colonizers is here to give me more freedoms, to give the land back, to give my freedoms back, to leave me the hell alone, to create an economy that's not crony. None of them. None aside. So no, I can't. I have a moral and ethical objection to voting for two political parties that blow up children and steal resources, and both human trafficked and both sides protected Epstein. I can't vote, Deborah. It goes against everything I believe in. You know, and that's what Carlin said. He says, I feel like, well, you the one to keep voting. You're the problem. When people stop voting, what do you think will happen? Like, what if everybody just decided right now, you know what? I'm not going to vote again. I realize Jiven'n Bowden's just jiving. I'm not going to vote again. I wanted, you know, Donald Trump to restore the republic. He didn't do it. So I ain't never voting again. The system will respond. That's why I love Sister Deborah, is looking at things from a systematic perspective. If you don't like what the system does, you have to do things to get the system respond. If you got a certain categorization and they know that you're going to vote blue, and you got another categorization, they know you're going to vote red, why would they do anything? Why would they do anything to change anything? Well, because you're not going to start. You want your sticker. You want that I voted. And people are still proud. And my friends, they still post this damn thing. I laugh at it because I did it too. I used to do it. It's like, I voted. You know. You know, say, I consented to slavery. I consented to oppression. I consented to colonization. I consented to taking more of my rights. And get them stickers. That's why everybody, the problem with the world is stickers. That's the only thing true to that woman who said, because yesterday's video was a problem. Stickers. That's why they get the sticker. If you got a sticker, you're the problem. When you stop lusting after stickers, the system will respond. But as long as you do what the system wants you to do, it wants you to fight racism. It wants you to believe in racism. It wants you to be racist. It wants you to be poor. It wants you to be mass incarcerated. It wants you to grow the cannabis that it brings into the country because the CIA set up the drug trade. They literally set up the system, Deborah, in every way. The only thing the system doesn't want you to do is to not believe in it. If you start doing that, the system will respond because it wants to survive. The system's alive. Like Jiven'n Bowden, to me, he's not an evil dude. He's just a dude. Donald Trump is not an evil dude. He's just a dude. Kamala Harris, she's not an evil woman, evil Lynn. She just did. I had to get that one out. I don't know. That bothers me. I think about that story of the people who've been locked into prisons and the evil people. Like, well, she's not. She's just, that's her indoctrination. Like Obama and all the rest of them. They're just people. The problem is the system. Don't hate the players, hate the game. The system is designed to give you something stupid to do so it can give you a sticker so it survives. The system is alive. It's a breathing thing. It's made up of parts and pieces and organizations and people and policies and TPS reports and procedures and all of this stuff. And it wants to live. And it will do anything to stay alive. And if stealing your rights and killing you and sending you to war to go blow up and kill other people gives it more life, it will do that. If putting children in prison by the millions keeps it alive, it'll do that. If putting you in a FEMA camp will keep it alive, it'll do that. Right? If staging false flags and false insurrections with people with horns and furry furry coats and handmade pants, if that convinces you that the white supremacists are coming to get you, it'll do that. Right? It's a system. And if you walk away from it, when you actually defy the system, it'll respond. It'll change. I don't know if it'll change for the right thing, Deborah, but it'll definitely change. People actually do things that actually threaten it. Fear mongering won't help. We need solution-oriented people. No doom and gloom. Did you hear any doom and gloom here, Paul? Was there any doom and gloom? Did you respond to me or somebody else? If somebody doomers and gloomers, you get out of here. I'm joking. I know. If people who still believe in the system, this is doomy and gloomy. It's not. It's not doomy and gloomy. It's like, hang on, let me move the Trump thing over real quick. It's like the two Muppet dudes. And did anyone find their names? What are their names? It's like the two Muppet dudes. You know, it's like, you know, to the actors, yeah, the people on the stage, these two dudes was doomy and gloomy. They're like, oh my God, they won't shut up. They're making jokes. They're not taking it. It's not serious. They're not taking it for real. It's just real. It's like, no, you suck and your act sucks. And the actors hated them too. Why? Because they said what was true. And people who knew it was true, they laughed at it. Like, yeah, Fozzie, you're not that funny, man. You need to go do something with your life. Young people had Fozzie. What the hell is that? Fozzie. He was the bear. He told the joke, waka, 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 waka. Never mind. It wasn't funny. The truth is doomy and gloomy to people who believe in the system. If you don't believe in the system, then you understand there's no doom and gloom in any of this. This is just, yeah, all right, I get it. Damn it, this sucks. But you know what? We got a path to go. Lots of solutions. We just got to take one of them. Arches laying under the table. What are arches laying under the table? I don't know what that is. Oh, there you go. Anyone who voted should be considered a suspect. Absolutely, Beaufont. I agree. All of them suspect. All of them. And you know what's funny, Beaufont? There's some people here who I think voted. And I suspect that some of y'all are suspect. I don't press that happy button. Do not press, because I'm looking right now, see who's laughing. I know. There's a couple people, I'm pretty sure they voted, and they just acting like they didn't vote. Yeah, you better not press that button. Because people, you know, but that's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, we all live or survive. We all live or die together, people. You know, the thing is, though, Donald Trump, he fit the narratives that really piss people off, right? And he fit the narrative that really made people happy. You know, when you start talking about abuse and you start linking that man to abuse, and he kind of looks and talks like somebody who abused some of these people, yeah, you're going to get a response. You know, you're going to get a response. And that's why they picked Obama. Why? Because he looked and he talked like people that other people really did not like. And he fit the political party that they really didn't like. And so you won't get that response out of people. But yeah, I know we got a lot of friends here who voted. That's why I kind of laugh at it, because I think we're all silly. You know, I think we should just say, you know, say what we really mean. All right, you did not go there. I mean, you did not get that off the screen. What? You did not go there. Get that off the screen. Get what off the screen, John? All right, somebody got to get off the screen. All right, let me move down. Move way down. I love the game. Yeah, play. You know what? Don't hate the game. The game is the game, John. You know, we all consented to this game. We still consent to it. I'm here on Facebook. I'm consenting to it, right? I'm paying for Wi-Fi. You know, I'm paying my taxes. We are all consenting to the game. We got bank accounts. We all consent to the game. There are just those of us who realize that it is a game and we want the game to stop. We don't want the children to have to play this game. We want this game to come to an end. And there are people who are acting on that. There's different categories of people, John. There are people who don't even know it's a game. They think politics are real. They think the politicians are they actually think that the Rothschilds and Rockefellers let political people, poor people, ascend to positions that control trillions of dollars and decide everything for a world that they actually own and have owned since the Roman Empire. Like, yeah, okay. We're going to let poor people dictate what happens to our corporations and industries. Okay. Says you got those people who still believe that that's the real world. You got people who realize it's a game, but they realize it's a game. They're not trying to do anything significant to change it. They just like to talk about it, which is okay. Everybody's in their own resonating where they need to. And there are people who like, this is a game and I'm getting away from it. I'm going to pull myself off grid as much as possible. And then there are people who are already mostly off grid. Those are the only categorizations of people. And I'm in section 3. I know it's a game. It's bullshizzle. I tell you it's bullshizzle every single day if I can. And I already got one foot out of here. I think it's funny, John. People are like, yeah, well, we need to stop talking about it. We need to go do it. I said, what's this we stuff? What is this we stuff? I spent the last 15 years of my life figuring out how to live on my own, do everything by my damn self without this system. There's no we stuff. I'm already gone. I'm moments from getting the hell out of here. On my own. But the good thing is I got friends that I don't have to be on my own. So if you are here critiquing people because you think they're just talking and that's what you're doing, you're going to be by yourself in a little bit, people. All right. So yeah, love the game, but you need to resonate and be a category you need to. If you're not paying attention to what Chris Hedges is telling you and Glenn Greenwald, if you don't know what's coming, you're the person that's standing in the middle of the street. Oh, we got to get together and do something. Yeah, there's a lot of people that's already together and they just don't say anything and they're going to disappear. And you're going to be left standing in the middle of the street while a freight train is coming. Don't ask me what the hell a freight train is doing in the street. This is United States Incorporated. Nothing makes any sense here. All we're saying is hashtag you gonna die. You're gonna die unless you pay attention to what's going on. Pull them big panties up, pull them big drawers up, and go do what you're supposed to do. All right. As long as you need their infrastructure, you will obey their rules. As long as Massa feeds you, Massa will dictate what you do. It still sounds like you're just listing problems. Paul, what are you not hearing, bro? Are you talking to me? Do we need to run down the solutions again? Move off grid, learn to grow your own food, get some land, get off of their infrastructure, take all the slave shackles off. Maybe that's the easier way to say it. Anything that forces you to do what big corporations do, don't do. All right, that's it. That's it. Whatever that is, if you don't want to wear a face diaper, then don't need anything that's in the stores that require you to wear a face diaper. Make those things yourself. Find people who make those. That's it. And laugh a lot about the system because it's going to collapse. So I don't understand what you don't get, Paul. There are a lot of communities. There are Ubuntu communities, Zeitgeist movement, the Venus Project. There are all types of things people can be doing. Damn it, I was making solar panels. And Paul, you already know all that. I made all of that stuff. Wrote the software to make them track the sun. I did all of that. Go do it. Go do it, bro. Go do it. Go do it. Don't waste your time on the internet. I'm not wasting my time. I'm having fun. I'm about to press the button and I'm just going to the next video you see going to be from me. It's going to have a bunch of mud on my hands, eating tomatoes and stuff. They was even talking about that. Said I had the rotten gut because I eat pizza with grubs on in my garden. I don't always do that. did I do a video or a picture? I don't know what it was. I was eating pizza in the garden. I was working in the garden and I think there was something on my hand crawled on the pizza. Something. I just ate the pizza anyway. Because people are scared of bacteria and viruses and fungi and fresh air and stuff like that. And I was just saying, people, you're part of the ecosystem. Eco in the system. If you don't eco in the system, you're going to die. Like, oh, but that's nasty. That's a grub. It's slimy. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with slimy things. It's wrong with certain slimy thing called ochre. All right. And the problem with ochre isn't that it's slimy. The problem, to clarify for some people in the room, the problem with ochre is disgusting. It tastes like trash and there ain't nothing fun and exciting about it. It's just ochre. That's it. Well, if you fry it hard, you're not supposed to fry it. Everything I eat should be delicious raw. Okay, it doesn't need to be cooked. So you got eco in the system. If you're not evolving with the ecosystem, somebody's laughing. Somebody got that. Yeah, y'all, the rest of y'all is an inside joke. Not supposed to get it, bastards. Um, eco in the system. Don't talk about people behind the back. That's not nice. Eco in the system, people. Eco in the system. Get out there and do it. Don't talk about it, just do it. And don't talk about people doing it and talking about it. You go out there and do it. Empower yourself, people. I'm supposed to be trying to empower you here, because soon you're like, Gerard, so one day y'all gonna show up to try to talk about me, and I ain't not gonna be here. Like, we gotta talk about Gerard. Gerard gone. That brother, he told you what he was doing and he did it. I don't do bullshit. This is not a joke, people. This is not, I make jokes. This is not a joke. This is real. These colonizers are real. All right. There's like that, what's the short hot chocolate drop? Little brown dude got all them jokes. Mike. Is it Mike? Little brown dude. Funny as hell. What's his name? Kevin Hart. What'd he say? His father, he said his father was going to defend him one day. The boys was jumping him or something like that. And his father said, yeah, you get on out of here, you messing with my son or whatever. Something to that effect. And they started beating his father up. His friends started beating his father. And he said, oh, these niggas are real. And he, hey, listen, this is real, people. This is not a joke. These corporations are real. These are not no Bought at the Star. These are not no, what is it, Eminem, fake liberal, privileged gang members. These corporations are real. This ain't no fake Bought at the Store mafia. The pharmaceutical industry is real, and they taste blood, and they're going to come for their blood. Not because they're evil, but because they're an industry. They're corporations. They taste blood. They can taste your fear. You're walking around in a face diaper and you're scared of other people, and they're going to come for that profit. They're going to come for that profit. These politicians, you can blame them if you want to. You can think that some of them are heroes if you want to. At the end of the day, they all need that lobbyist money. It all comes from those corporations that can taste it. Big tech and what is this? Social credit scoring and contact tracing and making an entire digital police state and digital currency. Oh, these people taste blood. Like, oh, you mean to tell me people play with trillions? You think people play with trillions of dollars in profit? Hell no. They will inject every last one of us and kill everybody to get that profit. These are corporations. There is no feelings. There is no apathy. There is no empathy. They don't hate you. They don't love you. You don't even exist. The only thing that exists is a digit in a bank account. And they taste your fear. It's like a shark. You can't stop a shark when it tastes blood. All we did all this year, people, was just drop blood in the water. No, I'm getting a little serious. And this is getting doomy and gloomy. Paul is getting right on this one now. But I'm trying to be honest with you. I got to be honest with you. Like, I joke and I laugh because we live in beautiful times. We live in a time where we can empower ourselves. There are times in ancient history we couldn't do that. But you need to understand that this is very real. When I say don't be here talking bullshizzle about people who aren't doing bullshizzle, you're gonna get rolled over. These corporations are not playing with you. You need to go do it yourself. Don't wait for nobody else. You need to do it yourself. That's all I'm saying. And be happy that we live in a time and a place where we can do that. Be happy we live in a time where there's enough information out here where we know what the problem is and we can empower ourselves. We can go to YouTube and do a video on how to set up a solar array. You can do a video on the guy, was it Muddy Man, the man to teach you how to take a ceiling fan and turn it into a hydro generator. I was looking at another one. I mean, I did about 4 of those, but now the new sexy one for me is how to turn a washing machine. You know, taking the motor from the washing machine and turn it into a generator. There's a guy, I think he's in the UK. I'm not sure where he is. No, it's not in the UK. I think it's Australia. I think he's in Australia. He took a washing machine and he turned it into an alternator. I mean, a generator, hydro generator. And he makes all his own power, and the damn thing's worked for 4 years. You know, you can go empower yourself right now, or you can talk crap. That's all I'm saying. Don't talk crap. These corporations are for real. They don't give 2 damns about you or your children. All right? Exposing to the populace the truth before any change can take place That is what Gerard is doing. That's what Gerard's trying to do. Vernon, he's trying to expose the population. I don't know if it's working. Apparently, it's not working for some people, but that's okay. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not supposed to succeed at it. I'm supposed to say the things I'm supposed to say, and the chips will fall where they may. Survival of the fittest never stop, people. If you're not fit, you're gonna die. 2020 should have showed you that. You know, survival of the fittest has not stopped. If you eat junk food, the common cold will kill you. Bacteria will kill you. Oxygen will kill you. Right? If you're not fit, be fit for your environment. Get your pizza, get out there in that garden, get some worms and grubs and bugs and boogers and all of that stuff and put it in your mouth. Chew that joker up. That's natural. All right. How do you get away with putting a woman playing a blank on a Facebook video? Well, one, it came from Facebook, John. That's number one. Two, it was not. It's pottery. That is not, and that's harsh med. That's not a woman. That's harsh medication. Mark, harsh. He's got one of those faces where you could be a woman, he could be a man, he could be a goat, he could be almost anything. He got one of the faces that goes on anybody. It's like both of them. He got them faces you can put on anything. No, it's harsh. He's showing you in the FEMA camp for people who don't take me seriously, people who don't take this seriously, because this isn't mine, right? The bankers told us this was coming a long time ago. So, and the founding fathers said, a republic, if you can keep it, if you can't keep it, you better run like hell, all right? They told us this a long time ago. So what Harsh was doing was a video to help people who are going to go to the FEMA camps because they're going to trust in the new normal. They're going to wait for the government to come save them. Jiven'n Bowden, who made a career of putting people in FEMA camp prisons, and Kamala Harris, who made a career making sure people can't get out of those camps called prisons. They need to learn how to, you know, survive. And Harsh just did a video on how to help you survive. You know, you got to make that pottery. You got to. If you don't make that pottery, you know, you got to figure out who's. It's kind of like how they silenced Trump and they shot JFK. You got to take out the top. You got to take out the top. Harsh was showing you that if you go all the way to the top, that you might survive FEMA camp. These people don't have problems with you going to a FEMA camp and being raped. They're good with that. They have no issue with that. They've been putting, Jiven'n Bowden put millions of little children in prison and let them be raped for 20, 30, 40, 50 years of their life. And they came out, had no clue what the hell was up, down, right, left. You think they care about me? You think they care about you? Do you? They ain't changed that crime bill. They ain't changed a drop of it. And it's still shoveling, every single day, they're shoveling kids in these prisons who are being raped. The biggest pedophile, or one of the biggest pedophilia organizations in the world is mass incarceration, taking little children off the streets and putting them in prisons with grown men. That's not funny. Harsh is funny. That's not funny. Harsh is just showing you how to survive, you know, but hey, keep their mind off the booty, show them pottery, you know. Anyway, good Lord have mercy. We all know bad people. All right. Our society is corrupt to the core. It absolutely is. That's why it needs to go away. We need to get rid of the system. Hate the game, not the players. You can hate the players all you want. That means you're playing the game. All right. He's just saying what everybody knows, not really offering solutions. I just gave you a million solutions right there. Paul, why are you here? Why are you here, bro? I'm just curious. Why are you here? Are you offering solutions for people? What would you like to talk about? I'd love to talk about solutions if you got some of them. I just gave about 10 of them. Go be an adult. Take care of your problems. All right. Oh, Gerard has a garden, grows food. Oh, okay. His own solar panels, Gerard. He's doing stuff, Tony. I stepped it up too, bro. I had my own personal made solar panels. They didn't give me enough power, so I had to go get the big Billies. I got Big Billy, and I'm making up a name for them, Tony. Man, I'm ready. I was playing. You know why? Because I was faking the funk a little bit, Tony. You know, I had my little system together and the power went out and I had lights. It's like, yeah, all right. You know, the kids were like, yeah, Dad got lights. Dad know what he's doing, stuff like that. I said, nah, we got to step the game up. We need television, lights, Wi-Fi, refrigerators. We got to step up the solar panel fleet. So I stepped my fleet up, bro. I stepped my fleet up. And with the food, same thing. Oh, yeah, I grew all my food. I grew all my own food this year, all of it. I didn't eat all of it. The squirrels ate a whole lot of that stuff too. But it was, for me, it's an adventure, Tom. It's a fun adventure. And I try to bring the kids along on that adventure because you teach kids how to be strong. You be strong yourself and teach kids how to be strong. But people don't know that. That's okay. I love Paul. I love all these brothers in it. I really don't care nothing about it. I don't want Paul to get caught out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Paul to get caught out there. And I'm fearful that some people are too invested in internet digital comment section struggles and not the real struggle that's happening in the real world. Like, real talk, Tony. There's a reason I didn't hear my friends talking bad about me in that video from last Thursday where they got together for 4 damn hours and talked trash. I have a life. I got things out here I'm doing. You're like, oh, you're on Facebook all day. Actually, I'm not. If you notice, I don't reply to your comments anymore. Why? Well, I do, but not a lot. I might every 2 or 3. I come back and I'll read comments while I'm doing other things. And then I go. I'm doing things, I post it, and I got to go do other things. It feels like I'm here. Like, Gerard is always online. He's not doing anything, Tony. Gerard is ready to go. I literally have like 2 boxes left to check in a big long list of boxes before I escape the system. But that's okay, Tony. That's all you can do is you just try to tell people, just step up, do what you got to do. Step up, do what you got to do. Step up, but you don't. Just step up and do what you got to do. That's all you got to do. Jasmine, is that Jasmine? I know that's Jasmine with the happy face right there. I just see, because I can see who, when y'all press that, I see. This is how I know who I'm getting love from and who got the snot bubble stuff. Jasmine is one of them. Jasmine ain't playing with y'all. I told you about that woman. That woman, she ain't here to play with you. Shoot, she like, look, hey, got that yurt together. I can take care of my damn self. I don't need you in your system. She done did it. Who's a bunch of them? One of the little bastards from yesterday named Susan. Talking mean about, I know she probably here hiding. She another one. She out there picking mushrooms. She out there walking in the woods, picking mushrooms, learning how to take care of herself. Tony, man, if you come to the Second Amendment, that brother got locked. He know exactly what he's doing, Everybody's got to pick something up and just go do it. Go do it. Pick it up. Whatever you know how to do, pick it up, go do it. Let other people, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You think that the world is run by power and money and the global elite are coming for us. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. It's called being Einstein just before Germany when you realize what's coming. All right, let me get some last couple comments. I'm around. Paul is impossible to communicate with. Everybody is. Everybody's different. Everybody comes from their own little place. Oh, good Lord. Yes, that is true. That's okay. Everybody's got their thing. Everybody's showing. As long as you say what you really believe, I'm good with it. What did you show us? I missed it. Oh, that was who's that? Glenn Greenwald and 2 people talking about the U.S. Incorporated. Just telling you what's going to come, what to expect. Oh yeah. Well, I can another piece of it. A little piece of it. I can show you another little piece of it. It's going to piss some people off. Like, hey, I politics, you're right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I like it because it's somebody else saying what everybody else here says. And they're saying it in a very intelligent way without face apps and jokes, pottery. And some people have to hear things that way. Some people don't want to hear my voice. They don't want to hear me make my little silly voices and stuff. They want to hear from Glenn Greenwald. So like, Glenn is one here tell you.
Well, it's such an interesting dynamic.
Yes,
really kind of a pathetic one to watch because the major strategy of Joe Biden when he was running against Trump was to bash Bernie Sanders specifically in the left generally as often as he could, constantly ridiculing Trump for trying to link him to Bernie or AOC or Medicare for All or the Green New Deal by saying, I destroy them, I crush them. That's not me. You're confused about who I am. Joe Biden has always had contempt for the left. So did Barack Obama. But this contempt, oddly, the more blatant it becomes, the more open and kind of contemptuous it becomes, the more the left becomes almost more submissive than ever.
Which is awesome because then you can realize that people are following very submissive, dangerous people who hate progressives and conservatives. It's a great thing that we live in a time where everything is so damn obvious.
I heard over the last year people not just tolerating but praising Biden for distancing himself from Bernie on the grounds that it was a politically shrewd and wise thing to do. And even now that the election is over, there was no chance Bernie was going to be Secretary of Labor. He practically begged for it, and they came up with an excuse that it's better to leave him in the Senate. There, as Bernie himself said, there really are no progressives. You can maybe, if you expand that definition, count one or two minor cabinet posts that way, but certainly nobody associated with the Standards Movement, which became a dominant part of the Democratic Party in 2016 and 2020, is involved in this administration. And I see very little dissent on the part of the left because they have bought into the overarching narrative that there are only two choices: unite behind the Democratic Party and fight fascism and Hitler, or succumb to fascism. It's kind of like the Bashar al-Assad strategy in Syria, which is to say, I know you hate me, but your only choice is to unite behind me or be ruled by ISIS. That's essentially the choice they're using. And with some exceptions on the left, it seems to be working. I think left-wing loyalty to the Democratic Party is higher than I've seen in a long, long time.
I want to get into the issue of censorship. We have seen the left, in essence, embrace wholesale censorship by Silicon Valley, not just now with Parler, and now Biden is calling for a new terrorism law, and he was one of the primary architects of the Patriot Act. But even before the election, maybe we can begin there. That Twitter locks out the New York Post from its own account. Your article about the revelations found on the Hunter Biden laptop were censored out of The Intercept, for which you resigned. You were one of the founders of The Intercept. But let's just start, before, during the campaign, and the left cheered all of this on.
Oh yeah, I mean, one of the big causes of the left during the 2020 election, it was one that I supported, was working to help Ed Markey, the longtime congressman, now senator from Massachusetts, defeat a primary challenge nominally from his right on the part of Congressman Joe Kennedy III. He became a hero of the left. And right after he won his primary and then general election, there was a hearing convened where they called Silicon Valley leaders, including Mark Zuckerberg, to testify before a committee on which Senator Markey sits. And he told Mark Zuckerberg, unlike my Republican colleagues who are complaining about censorship, we don't believe that the problem is that you're censoring too much. We believe the problem is you're not censoring enough. And then proceeded to show him a bunch of content on Facebook that Markey thinks is dangerous or extremist speech that he demanded be censored. Obama delivered a speech a couple of months before the election in which he says he believes the internet is the greatest threat to American democracy because of the role it's playing in disseminating misinformation. So the Democratic Party, including its liberal wing and its left wing, are very much on board with the idea that we cannot have free speech in this age of whatever they want to call it, white supremacy, domestic terrorism, right-wing extremism, because it's simply too dangerous. And not only should the free speech be restricted by laws enacted by Congress, which presumably would have to mean amending the First Amendment, but until then, they're on their knees pleading with billionaires and oligarchs and monopolists in Silicon Valley to censor in the way that they believe is politically advantageous. And this was true, as you said, even before the election. I honestly think, Chris, that one of the most momentous moments of the last 5 or 6 years was when the New York Post started reporting on documents that to this day everyone acknowledges are completely authentic. And the intelligence community invented a lie that it was Russian disinformation, which immediately pressured or gave the pretext to Twitter and Facebook to ban reporting. If you wanted to go on Twitter and post a link to the New York Post reporting on the Hunter Biden laptop, which contained a lot of information about what Joe Biden was doing in Ukraine, what he was doing in China when he was the presidential frontrunner, you couldn't even post the link. They had banned it. Facebook algorithmically announced through a longtime Democratic Party operative who now works at Facebook that they were going to suppress the spread of that story. That was stunning intervention on the part of Silicon Valley in the ability to do journalism in the election on behalf of a candidate that Silicon Valley overwhelmingly was supporting. And since the Democrats won, every time the Democrats call on Apple or Google or Facebook or Twitter to censor, those companies comply because they're in bed together. There is an alliance between Silicon Valley billionaires and oligarchs and monopolists on the one hand and the Democratic Party on the other, and it's now all about to merge with the power of the state.
Great. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation about the incoming Biden administration with the Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Glenn Greenwald. Welcome back to On Contact. We continue our conversation about the incoming Biden administration with the Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Glenn Greenwald. So, Glenn, let's talk about removing Donald Trump from social media platforms. I think even the shopping network. I mean, and why that's dangerous, a dangerous precedent.
I found it really interesting.
Before they go any further, I'm hitting my cue again. Oh, yeah, press the break button. Oh, I got two. Here we go. No, it's I kind of hit my cue. I'll do this for a little bit. It's interesting. I think Glenn is saying some important things. Why do they censor? Then I think about things from a root, cause, like what are they really trying to do? And I think it's to keep the sides apart. There are probably multiple functions, but what is a group-based, a group conflict-based system also fear, other than you to stop believing in it, is the things that can happen to cause you to stop believing in it. I think they censor because they're afraid that you're going to actually understand the people they need you to fight with. Like, I think that they've been telling folks for a long time, oh, they're racist, they're white supremacists, they're this, they're that, the other. And I think they're scared because didn't Trump get, he like doubled his minority vote or something like that. So I think that they censor because I think that they're afraid at some point people will realize they're not white supremacists. These are just people on the other side of the spectrum, babies that were just born in a different location, and they got the same gripes with the system. I think that they fear universal solutions because now we live in a technological age. We live in a golden age, like Billy Carson was saying the other day in that podcast, which is there are no hard problems on earth. We can solve all the problems. This is why we got into it yesterday about the whole UFO thing. Like, oh my God, free energy is not real. The Rockefellers are right. Is they're afraid of universal solutions. I think they're scared to death of people figuring that out. A good thing that happened in the last election, if you could say it's an election, if you say anything good can come out of an election, and that is a lot of people saw through the matrix. I don't think they did the right thing, but that's my own perspective. And they switched teams. And I think that's very scary to a system that needs you to be on a team and get out there and fight and waste everybody's time. I only believe in like root cause. Hang on. I'm feeling invisible. I got to fix my thing. The camera. I believe in root cause solutions. Find out the root cause problem and deploy a root cause fixing solution. And the only way you can do that is with, universally knowing what all the problems are. If you know why Lavoy Finicom was shot by the FBI, then you realize the same reason that Khalid Browder was captured as a slave on the streets of New York and thrown in prison and kept in prison by black judges, a black DA, the head of the COs, which is black, and up there Eric Holder, the chief justice of whatever United States Corporate, was black, and the president was black, grabbing black babies off the New York streets and putting them in prisons. At the same time, they're shooting a rancher, Lavoy Finicom, for just wanting to graze cattle and getting down with the Bundys. It's all the same reason. It's like the same reason Black Lives Matter protests and Antifa, same reason Prayer Boys protest, and the people might protest tomorrow, which ain't gonna really protest because people down there putting on makeup, taking selfies. When you realize that you are them, they were just born in a different location, then you don't want to fight with them. And then the fight club comes to an end. So I think that's part of it as well, is they want to stop people from actually realizing that we all got the same problem and that there's now technology to actually solve everybody's problems. so everybody can go live their own life and leave everybody alone. So I think that's what the censoring is. I think that when you get to know the people who voted for Donald Trump, they're good people. I've known them my whole life. You know people who voted for Jiven'n Bowden, they're good people too. It's just they're kept isolated from each other. The only way you can run a slave plantation, you got to keep the slaves apart. All right. So that's what you missed, John. Did I post a link? I think I posted a link. If not, I'll post a link. It was a great discussion. I listened to I listened to all of it. Actually, it was a good interview with Glenn Greenwald. Someone who just says the truth and doesn't like pick sides and all of this nonsense. All right. They don't care about your feelings. Nope. They only care about profit. Are y'all still arguing? All right. Are y'all done arguing? We're all on this planet Earth and we're all equally screwed. We are, John. We absolutely are. And we can either do something about it or we can keep fighting with each other who are doing something, who want to do something about it and who are doing something about it. Yeah, it's hard for people to listen sometimes. All right. Just saw He-Man up there. We have 2 patients since Gerard started, in and out. Yeah, He-Man, that's not He-Man, it's Jiven'n Bowden. He now has the colonizer power, and we have to be honest about that instead of like, oh, he's going to help and do good things and great things and help people and save things and universal health care, blah, 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 blah. No, he's going to colonize like everybody else before him. We are the East India Trading Company. We have no choice in that. He's going to roll out more police state than anybody. So he has the power, and that's the Pentagon in his hand. And I was singing earlier. All right, you got a birth certificate. Ooh, Tony, are you talking about real solutions? And we're going to have to spend more and more time on that, like removing our consent. You know what Tony's talking about. Tony, you coming? You going to talk about that this afternoon, right? You coming on? Reclaiming our sovereignty. It's the beautiful thing when people come together and realize, you know, what they did, that we consent to a corporation. We don't have a government. You can vote for it till you're blue in the face. It won't give 2 damns what you think. And that's why people were rioting or upset. And a few conflicts broke out on the 6th, how they did all this year in all the cities. People showed up to say, hey, I need help. Government, help me. But it's not a government. It's a corporation. It's not going to help you. It will shoot you and throw you in prison. It will do what is profitable. If it's profitable to ignore you, it will. If it's profitable to do a false flag and pretend it's some sort of invasion of the people that invade every continent on this planet, it'll do that too. You know. And so this is where we got to reclaim our birth certificates. We got to take our consent back. We have to go back to being citizens of the republic, private citizens, not commodities of a corporation. Our birth certificates are signed over to this corporation at birth. That's why your name is in all caps. And our birth certificates are traded as commodities on the international market. We are owned by an international cartel, and the world is run, as David Icke said, by a global cult. And it only works because we consent to it. So this is where Tony is talking about real solutions. He isn't going to listen. He just wants to be the center of attention. And unfortunately, that does happen. If you can't reason with people, then what the F you here for? So there is a thing about, you know, I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. I'm trying to be very careful how I talk to people, Tony, but living off grid isn't just about ability. Right? Living in a community isn't just about ability. Right? Living comfortably, like, you know. So, real talk. I could move off grid and I could live by my damn self, and I would be fine. I can take care of myself. I can grow all my own food. I can make my own power. I can fix that power if it breaks down. I can rewire the solar panel implementation if I need to. If the solar panel breaks, some tree falls on it, I can re-tad the wires and solder them back together. I can write the software. I can take care of the chickens. I can harvest my eggs. I can do all of that all by my damn self and be like, F the world. Living is that. What kind of a-hole would do that? Not that a-hole. So we are social creatures. One, it's not going to be as fun as it's going to be. It's not. Two, it's not going to be as comfy as it's going to be. And it's not going to be living together as the family that we are. We're all cousins. So part of living as a social creature in strong communities that are comfy for everybody, where everyone's got a role and we're all living free, working 2 or 3 hours a week, and the rest of the time you're doing things that are important to you, living your own life, is getting along, right? You get along. We have to have personalities that people want to be around. We have to talk to people in ways that they want to hear what we have to say. Everybody has a valid perspective. I don't care who you are. And it's most people here, most people who come around here don't ever say anything. This is why I appreciate people who say things, because at least they're saying things. But if we can't say things to each other in ways where people actually want to hear them, you're gonna have to learn to live alone. And that's I don't think anybody wants to do that. Right? So this is where I think we all, and me too, I mean, we all have to work on our ability to play with others well. We all got to be big kids, right? We got to learn to share our toys and learn how to play with each other well. And if we don't know how to play with each other well, then life is going to be very lonely for people who don't do that. And one thing I tell you about my friends here, and I'm not talking to anybody in general, I'm talking as general as I can. They don't like to be told what to do. You know? I'm one of those people. I don't like to be told what to do. If you tell me what to do, I'll probably do the opposite. And the other thing is, most of us are very humble people. You know, I know how to do certain things, and if I know how to do it, I'm gonna do it. But things I don't know how to do, I'm not gonna tell you I know how to do. Right? The arrogance that created this world will not build a new world. Only humility would do that. Right? Arrogance is for people who know, and they know they're correct. It's for systems that know they're correct. It's for politics and politicians that know they are correct. People who don't know are more likely to say, you know what, well, I kind of think this and I kind of think that. And most people here usually talk like that. But when you start telling people what you know for sure, and especially people that you don't never know, ain't never met, ain't never been to the house, the garden, never went to school with them, don't work with them, it sets people off. So I don't want to go down that road too far. Just, we all have to think about being people that others want to be around. I like to be around people I like to be around. And I don't want to be around people that aren't fun to be around. You got to have fun. I'd rather, as much as harsh, I want to like just put him in like a big pile of okra and doo-doo and diarrhea and throw him in the ocean somewhere. That's one of my closest homies. That's my buddy. You know, that's my buddy. Beaufont and these guys, Tony, Verna, Susan, the rest, Lori. We all have our disagreements. We all, John, Sean, we all disagree, but just got to really think about trying to be a person, because we all got things to work on. We all got things to work on. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna go down that road too far. We all got things to work on. We all need to focus on the things we got to work on, which is why I don't think we should spend too much time telling other people what we know and what we don't know and what they should and shouldn't do. I blocked him. Yep, Lori. And then Lori knows, and Lori knows her limits. And I appreciate it. Lori knows her limits. Lori, like, you know what? I hadn't had enough of you, Gerard, in that damn politics. And Lori's like, she'll block me too. Don't take it personal. She'll block me too. She blocks me like, yeah, I'm going to work. I ain't watching this bull. That's this bull crap no more. And Lori she'll turn off her phone. That's blocking me, and she'll go to work. She'd rather go to slavery than listen to me talk about politics. Which is good. She knows her limits, and everybody needs to know their limits. Everybody look in your own mirrors. Get to know yourself. You might like yourself. All right. That website ends in pathogen creator. Oh, which one? Whoa, what happened? Huh? Who? What? Go down. Kathy, what? Oh, what? Oh, hold on. Did I miss something? Back to an important topic. Meanwhile, what we're supposed to be doing. Are you talking about the link from Dr. What's his name? All right, I don't see. How come I don't see Kathy's comment? Oh, it's way up there. Okay, it's way up. Okay, I'm sorry. We'll post it again if that was a something important to talk about. No, I think everything's important. Everything is important. But because of limited space and replies or comments, it won't let me post a whole website. Name populate. Bummer. I guess I missed something. Let me go up. A whole website. Oh, look at that. Shelly Musgrove. Look at that. Shelly Musgrove came around. Where you been? I'm about to catch an attitude with you. She ain't been here in a minute. Shelly, you've been hiding from us. Part of debating is listening. Just saying. And that's it. And another good thing, Shelly, too, is like, what's the point of debating? What is a debate anyway? You weren't here, Shelly Musgrove, because you've been avoiding us for a damn long time now, so I'm putting you on blast. Is we talked about debate. Like, what is debating anyway? Debating is a narcissistic, sociopathic idea that you just met somebody and you need to make them believe what you believe. I've decided in my life, sister, that I'm not debating no more. I have no interest in it. I'm not debating. Let's debate. No, why? I don't care. Like, real talk. Let me find somebody new. Who knew this? I think that's mostly old people in here. Is that an age appropriational thing, or is that an age microaggression? I mean, old as in they've been around here. Say if it's a new person, Shelly. New person walks in, named Bob Jablinko. I don't care what your Bob Jablinko thinks. I don't. Yeah, why do I care? Bob Jablinko got his own life to go lead and go do and resonate with. If I meet Bob Jablinko, I'll tell him what I know. Hey, Bob, guess what, man? It's aliens and UFOs and Bigfoot and mermaids and some flat earth and fairies and stuff and U.S. Incorporated and politics is bullshizzle. And, and Bob Jablinko, like, I don't believe none of that. Like, okay, Bob, hey, want to get a beer? Bob can tell me what he thinks. But the idea that I want to sit down and ruin Bob Jablinko's day, trying to convince him to think like me. And he came from a complete different background at a different time, in different place, with different people and different experiences. And it created this false reality, Truman Show-ish thing called Bob Jablinko. That's the dumbest thing I can think of. That's the most narcissistic, sociopathic thing I can think of to make Bob Jablinko believe what Gerard thinks. That's just dumb. It's a waste of my time and his time. I'd rather meet Bob, Shelly, and say, hey, Bob, guess what? This was going on. Like, Bob, like, you full of crap. Okay. And then later on down the road, like, hey, Gerard, guess what, man? Damn it, you was right. I was like, yeah, I know, right? That's crazy. And then we build integrity that way. But I don't debate at all. I don't debate. I listen. I don't debate. Like, Shelly, tell me what you know, sister, and I tell you what I know. And then that's it. Let's go grab a beer. Go have a glass of wine. Be the end of it. Right. And that's how people who are behind Jiven'n Bowden and Donald Trump, if the two of those people could just learn, say, listen, this is what I think, and the other side can say, that's what I think they find common ground, Shelly. Because one side can say, listen, they killed Lavoy Finicom. They threw the Bundys in jail. That needs to stop. And the other side say, yeah, they killed I always mess his name up. I pick one of them because they just shooting everybody like the hotcakes. But we'll do Khalid Browder. That's the one that brought me to tears. I watched the documentary on it, and it hurt. It hurt my heart. I was ruined for 24 hours. I was not the happy dude I am. It was a good documentary. But say, hey, listen, they're killing us and throwing us in prison too. Oh, they are, huh? Weird. Why? Well, because they want all the land. They don't want us to have any freedom and rights. They're a corporation. They do everything that makes money. They always side with the corporations and never with the people. Oh, damn. Well, maybe we should think about getting together. You got any information that I can learn? But here's a documentary on Lavoy Finicom. It'll make you cry. The older dude just wanted to be free, live on the land, graze his cows, and they murdered him. Cold blood. So, okay, well, here's a documentary, Khalid Browder. Young guy, kid, 15 years old, walking on the street in New York, and they grabbed him like he was a slave, threw him in prison, and kept him there till he went crazy, put him in the gang unit to make him into a monster and to ruin him psychologically. And so when he got out, he committed suicide. So they murdered him through suicide. All right, go watch that. You go watch that. And let's see if we can't get together and figure out what we can do to actually either have some semblance of a government that respects the people, if you believe in such a thing. I don't believe in such a thing anymore. I'm an anarchist. I tell you all that all day long. And that's what happened. But again, it's not an argument. Now, if neither side knows that they're right, then great things will happen. If you already know you're right, then you're already wrong. Because right is a very relative thing. You've been through your experience and they've been through theirs. And both of them are valid. That's why we talk about principles here, right? Everybody, anyway, Shelly, I put you on blast. I'm not gonna. But damn it, where you been? You know what I'm saying? Family here, like, where's Shelly Musgrove at? That website, she probably out there living her life. That's what she'll do. Speaking of living her life, isn't that Malachi Bowden? Malachi just walked up in the house. Malachi out there living. That's what you got to do. You got to live your life. Got to live your life. Don't invalidate anybody else's experiences, people. Don't ever be so narcissistic and sociopathic that you got to debate and force somebody else to be like you. Because how different than that is the Pentagon? How different than that is the Caesars and the kings and the rule by force? It's the same thing. You're using a different force. You're trying to use your brain to shame people and to convince them that their reality isn't real, that only your reality is real. You know, it's abuse. That's the same energy behind domestic violence. Beating up women, that's the same consciousness. I don't like debating Shelley at all. To me, it's like, what was another analogy I was thinking about this morning? I was thinking about rape. Like the same psychotic behavior and consciousness behind, or philosophy behind rape is the same thing that's behind these invasions. Because one way you're raping a person, you're abusing their body, and another way you're raping their country. You're not going to help nobody in the Middle East. You're not going to help Iraq. You're not going to help Afghanistan. You're going to rape the people, and it ends up in millions of women getting raped anyway because you get rid of the power setup in that region. It creates a power vacuum and it creates human trafficking, right? There's no difference. It's the same abusive concept that I can force you to make me happy. And that's what the Pentagon is forced to do. Most people in the Pentagon are good people. I grew up around a lot of these people. They're good people. They're trying to do good things. But the model of working for a corporation requires you to make as much profit as possible. And if the only tool you have is a gun and a tank and a drone, then every solution has to look like it's a terrorist. Every problem has to look like it's a terrorist. You understand? Y'all understand that analogy? Because I'm pushing it, right? Because the original saying is if the only tool that you have is a hammer, then every problem has to look like a nail. Right, it's the only thing that you got. So you got to hammer that nail. You see a screw, you got to hammer it. You see a window, you got to break it. You see a car, you got to hammer in its hood, right? So if you have a violence-based nation that is a war engine that's based in abusing its own population as well as other nations and raping anyone that it needs to, any nation that it needs to, any community that it needs to, whether it's the Appalachian Mountains and poor whites, or ghettos and poor blacks, or barrios and poor Hispanics, or people's countries that cause them to immigrate, then that's all it's going to do. It's going to rape. No matter how much you vote, it's going to keep raping because that's what it is. It's that consciousness. It's the same philosophy behind I'm right, you're wrong, so I get to hurt you. That's what politics is. That's what debating is. It's a narcissistic, sociopathic, psychotic idea that if somebody else disagrees with you, it's okay for you to hurt them. It's okay for you to abuse them. That's why I can't vote no more. That's why I'm out of the system, you know. I'm done with it. It all can burn up. It can all burn in hell. Right, Gerard? All right, I think so. What's this? We get along better if you pull your head out your butt. Oops. I mean, listen. Well, yeah, if your head's in your butt, it's kind of hard for people to get along, stuff like that. It's also a good idea to not go to FEMA camp and have your head be put in somebody's butt, like in the movie. What's that movie with the drunk superhero? Oh, that was the funniest scene. He was in the FEMA camp. He was in prison, and the tough guy came up, and they're picking on him. Hancock. Somebody, if you haven't seen that scene, you need to see this. Hancock, he was a drunk superhero. I appreciate that movie so much. There's no such thing as superheroes, y'all. Everybody's dirty and corrupt. Everybody got problems in some way. Everybody got vices in some way. He got into prison, and two guys came up to him and he was talking stuff to him, you know, and he's like, look, if you don't leave me alone, I'm going to take the little guy and I'm going to put your head inside of his butt. And they're like, oh, no, you're not. No. They kept talking trash and stuff. You know, you should watch the rest of it because then they played the Fred Sanford song. Oh, that was hilarious. Oh, that was great. That's a bad idea for us to go to places where they put people's heads in other people's butts. All right, in the ego battle, winner or loser. In the ego battle, Will Lover, everybody loses. Everyone loses in an ego battle. Ego battles have no purpose. So do indoctrination battles. When the left fights the right and the right fight the left, it's just an indoctrination battle. Their indoctrination is a battle. Everybody loses when that happens. Another challenge we got to think about is now that I think a lot of people on the left realize that their side is just as dirty as the right. They're saying come together. And the whole thing about coming together is it only works with integrity. You can't come together with people who you are still planning on abusing and you're going to force them to believe in your ways. You have to listen to people if you want to come together with them. You know, people who spent the whole last damn near 4 years calling people racist who are no more racist than you. Right. You know, and I get it. You're scared. You know, your politicians told you this. The TV showed you scary pictures, and it tells lies and visions. What I tell the other side is that these people were tricked. And so where are we? You know, we're either going to keep fighting each other, and by we I mean y'all, because I had no fight for that. I had no dogs in this fight in any way. Keep handing the corporations power till we end up in a FEMA camp, or till we just burn the world up, blow everything up. You know. Like a good sister asked me yesterday from Russia, good friend of mine, said, oh, I love living in America. I love living in America because I'm noticing people are starting to stand up and take the face diapers off. I said, yeah, I said at the core of it, Americans are good people. I said the biggest problem that they got with America is one John Sean agreed with. The biggest problem they got with America is they never got the guns. That's the biggest problem they got. Americans think they're free. Sometimes you actually don't have to be free. We're not free. We're all slaves. But the problem is, y'all took civics out of school. Y'all colonizers, but you didn't take civics out fast enough. Because we believe that we're free. Belief is the most powerful thing that you have. And because unlike Russia and other places, this is a very heavily armed population, they may not know that they're not free, but they think that they are. And so they will act as though they are. And that's the problem. Because you'll never get, I think, a martial law type situation where government really steps up abuse of the people to any significant level. Mostly why I'm leaving, because it's just bullshizzle, and I can't live around people who aren't street smart. I think they're going to get a lot of people killed playing this game of giving government more power. Government will never come down hard on the American population. It will never do. It'll never happen. It's not torture that works. It's the fear of it that works. Right? The people are too armed, and they'll respond if you push them too hard. Americans are great for coming together, and they know that. Like after 9/11, America will come together and whoop some tail if they need to. But you'll never whoop the Pentagon. The Pentagon will get you like Area 51. The Pentagon will zap every last one. If we got together, it's the insurrection. I find that to be so hilarious. Like these people will zap you from space with a button and a geek. And they'll lie to him and say, oh, some dogs got loose in the Washington, D.C. area and they're all running in the streets. We need you to zap anything that's got a heartbeat that's moving. Won't be a trace of nothing, just be like dust, how they colonize and do in the rest of these countries. You're not going to win. It's not about winning, right? When people believe they're free and they feel that they have no other choice and they stand up, they will. And then you create a conflict in the military, because in the military, it's like, whoa, if the people are standing up, then the people don't want this. What side am I on? That creates a conflict, and they don't want that. Because when you got people who are conflicting, then you got a problem in the military, Homeland Security, FBI, NSA, people who got a clue, people who took those oaths that they actually believe the oaths that they took, the people that got family in North Carolina, and family in Maryland, grandma in Texas, and the people who would actually defend the country, foreign and domestic. And then you got Russia, you got China, you got Afghanistan, you got the people y'all call terrorists. Damn it, Canada and Mexico. Ain't nobody going to stand around and watch America fall into its weakest time in world history. America has too many weapons. America has too much technology. Nobody will stand around. Everybody will come to exploit. It'll be like a looting of a Walmart. When Walmart, real talk, when Walmart's fail and everybody's like, they're rioting for George Floyd. They ain't rioting for damn George Floyd. These people don't care nothing about no damn George Floyd. You're not going to run into Walmart and grab a Ralph Lauren sweater because of George Floyd. You do that because you need a Ralph Lauren sweater. You need a sweater. And it's Ralph Lauren and it's free. And Walmart was destabilized. And you're going to go grab it. That's what poor people do. I don't blame them. I don't blame Walmart stole it too. Wall Street stole it in their black market, right? You know, I believe in just natural law in a way that things unfold naturally how they're supposed to. Nobody's going to stand around and watch America collapse. They're going to come here. You'll see the UN come. Everybody come here with troops grabbing Ralph Lauren sweaters, grabbing UFOs and anti-gravitic devices and Pentagon technology and M13 Abrams tanks. They're going to come grab everything that they can. And they kill everybody they can while they're here. You destabilize America. If you destabilize the world's largest empire, you're going to make a massive hole in the ground. They're going to kill everybody. Hashtag we all going to die if something stupid like that happens. And billionaires, though, I don't think they want that. The trillionaire families don't care because they got other nations that they own. But the billionaires, they do care. They don't make any money in destabilized time. They make money when you got a left fighting a right and blacks fighting whites, Antifa's fighting, Black Lives Matter fighting them, and Prayer Boys fighting. That's when you make money. That's a market. That's an industry. Conflict is an industry. Controlled conflict is a very profitable industry. They don't make money from real stand-up. And that's what I was telling her. I just said, yeah, I don't think you'll ever see a real outbreak of violence in America. That doesn't serve the billionaires. It doesn't serve the corporation. The United States Incorporated, it's a system that exists to live. It'll do anything it can to live. All right, here we go. Because of limited space and replies and comments, the whole, okay, just did that. Let's move on. Let's get down to the bottom. I gotta go. Good words, Gerard. Thank you. I try to have good words. I think we all came from wise people, and I think if we all thought about it, we know enough of the wise things they handed down, so we just hand it back out to other people. This live stream comments proves that people are so disconnected with reality in today's problems. Freaking get serious. Well, this is it. And Vernon, you can't try not to let it bother you. You can't let it bother you. People are in their own space where they are. All right, Paul, you mean, okay, y'all still send money for what are you talking about? Y'all are still fussing. I'm trying to say real things. All right, I gotta go. Last comments and I'm gonna roll. Who did I have comments from? Oh, look at that. Shindig listener. Brought yourself around here. Where you been? You another one. You ain't been around here in a minute. If the if the ends justify the means, if the ends justify their means, they are just a military industrial complex anyway. I agree with that. The ends will always justify the means. If they are a military industrial complex, then what they have to do is they have to see war everywhere. They got to see terrorism everywhere. They have to see, people that they got to go save everywhere. They got to see children getting hurt so they can go drop bombs on a bunch of them to save the few of them that they weren't trying to save in the first place. Was it people in the split screen with Robert F. Kennedy and Dr. Judy Miscavige? Oh, was it 4 people in the split screen? I saw that one, Kathy. That was awesome. I don't know where I saw it. And half of these things are being deleted from the internet, so I don't even know where it was. But that was a good one. And Robert F. Kennedy, he's been on it a long time. He's been telling the truthful things for a very long time. The kid did nothing wrong. The excuse was a stolen backpack, 15-year-old kid who didn't even do it. Khalid Browder story. Yeah, Lord, that one broke me down like some dishes. And that's what you want to do. And I know that people on the right, a lot of them, have already seen the documentary too. I got a lot of friends here who saw it, and they know it's wrong. And they said it is wrong, and it broke them down too, especially the parents. We're all just human beings, but sometimes I think, Lori, we actually have to see it. We actually got to see the look in the eyes, see that it's just a child, realize that they've been played by the system, realize he was given a raw deal from the very beginning, right? He was born into a human trafficking. I believe if I get the story right, his birth mother was on drugs. How did drugs get here? CIA. They created all the drug routes through Mena, Arkansas. Clintons. All right. This is real talk. And the police helped you with that. The police captain and was a police detective. I forgot his name in LA. Told you that. And was it Freeway Rick Ross? He told you that too. And so his mother was born because there was a scam in the country of bringing drugs in the country. And so she ended up being addicted to crack. So she couldn't raise him. So he was given to a foster family, in which it wasn't a bad foster family, but you know, it's still a foster family. Maybe his parents there did the best they could. I understand that the father left and the mother tried to raise the kids, wasn't really working out. He got involved in some things he probably shouldn't have, as every child should. If they live in a neighborhood they shouldn't live in, no child on the planet should be forced to live in. And one thing led to the next. One kid said, "Hey, he stole my backpack," and the police probably recognized him. They said, "Yeah, that kid, you know, he runs with either he runs with a gang, or you know, he looks like he doesn't come from money." They wrote a crime bill, and so I get paid based on how many arrests I make. So there's a kid there who looks like he's poor, and people on this side say, "Oh, because he's a white cop and he's a black kid, he's racist," or it's just a cop who gets stickers from putting children in prison, and he picks out through socioeconomics the kid who looks like his parents don't have money to buy a lawyer to fight off the charges, so the cop gets paid mandatory minimums. So he grabs a kid, throws him in the back of the paddy wagon, throws him in prison. And what happens when he's in prison? They throw him in the gang unit to try to get him to cop a plea because he won't cop a plea. There's a lot of people here who can explain that to you. Chris Lewis is one of them. In fact, he was supposed to come over and talk about that. And so he wouldn't cop a plea, Lori. Actually, I'm gonna stop talking about this because this is y'all gonna get a tear out of me. He was a man. He was a man at 16. He said, "No, I didn't do it. Why would I admit to something I don't do?" Because all he had to do was cop a plea, and he'd get the charges slapped on him, which is why they do this. Why the Democrats wrote that crime bill and the Republicans helped him, was so that he would have a record. He wouldn't be allowed to vote. He'd be a felon. He said, "No, I didn't do it." He said, "Okay, well, you know, we'll throw you in a gang unit." He said, "I didn't do it." And so they took this 15-year-old kid and he threw him nasty. Now I'm starting to get emotional. That's why I got to stop. They threw him in a gang unit, you know. And of course, it hardened him up because they beat the snot out of him a bunch of times because he wasn't in one of the gangs to try to get him a cop a plea. And they do this all day long, people. This is not a new thing. This is not a Khalid Browder. This is not a one-off. They do this to get people to cop a plea. They will do whatever they can because that's how the system works. Because that's how the judge makes money. It's how the lawyers make money. It's how the system makes money. You know, it's just in that particular case, because he was a kid with a backbone that said, "No, I did not do it. And I'll fight every day, all the gangs if I have to in here." Like a slave grabbed off the coast of Africa by Democrats, crime bill, Jiven'n Bowden, and forced to fight every day. Nah, I didn't do it. Yeah. I'm not gonna go through the story. Actually, his brother is around here too, Lord. His brother is on. I don't know if he's on my friends list. He's around here too. One of his older brothers, who's also another foster kid. We can't have a world where children commit suicide because we put them in the gang unit because we want them to cop a plea because it makes money for a political party that runs around here and talks about racism. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop with that. Because now you got me serious. I tell you, it ruined my day. Lord, when people watch that's what does it for you. You know, when I listen to the Bundys too, and to me, I mean, I never really was separate from them anyway. You know, I always got down with the right because you know they were anti-establishment people. They were more, you know what, restore the republic. A lot of those people were those type of people. You know, so I never fit in with the left, and I never really fit in with the right. But when you watch the story of Lavoy Fennekom, it'll break your heart too. You know, this is an older guy who's just living his life. He's trying to live free and trying to do what his family's been doing, grazing cattle on land that the government's not allowed to own. And he got into it with not now I'll say BLM because I messed that up. Bureau of Land Management. Right? They unconstitutionally think that they own land and they're not allowed to. Land is for the people. And they shot him in cold blood. Cold blood. I think they were trying to pull him over. And he said, "No, I need to go to the sheriff's office. You can arrest me, but I got to go to the sheriff. You're going to arrest me at the sheriff's office." And the FBI wouldn't let him get to the sheriff's office. Why? He had his little kid in the back seat. I think his wife was in the front seat and somebody else was in the back seat. And he got out the truck and the FBI shot him dead. You know, that's what happens when you have a police state. And that's another thing the right and the left have in common. This is just a police state. They don't ask questions. They shoot and ask questions later. If you lived in a country where the police were allowed to police, they were actually allowed to serve and protect, they would be serving and protecting. Nobody wants to shoot anybody. Nobody wants to kill anyone. The laws require that they do that. They have laws and mandatory minimums. And this is the devastation of having something like a crime bill and the NDAA and the Patriot Act and all this stuff. And that was another one Jiven'n Bowden wrote. He wrote the Patriot Act. So letting him get to the sheriff is it's not acceptable. It's not allowed. I'm the authority. You have to do what I say or I will murder you. And that's what they did. So it's a good thing we have sheriffs, though. The sheriffs are actually a part of the government. Oh, emergency alert, Amber alert. A white Nova, white, black female, age 1, was abducted by Ronald White, black male, 32. See, and this is interesting too. I'm gonna show you this. And this is how to spot bullshizzle, right? So he's driving a Corolla 1998, blah 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 blah. But look at the last names. Right? The Amber Alert was issued for Nova White, which is his daughter, because his last name is Ronald White, most likely, age 32. And I'd almost guarantee you I know what's happening in this situation because I've dealt with this. That's a father who misses his daughter. It is a possibility that it's something worse than that, but those are rare. 9 times out of 10, because Children's Rights is how I started doing this. You see, they do stuff like this to scare you, right? You have a family court system that makes money in human trafficking. You don't make money getting parents to do what's in the best interest of the children. You make money getting the parents to argue and fight over the children, which ends up hurting the children, where another one who hasn't seen his daughter for a long time and loves his daughter will do something, I would say stupid, but desperate. Because when you have a corporation that runs things, they'll make people desperate. Yeah. So now you got the police chasing after him. You probably got people chasing after him. And all because he's not allowed to see his child. It's fine. You can't play with the family court system, people. Those people aren't here to play. Ask Brother Adam Dingle. He'll explain to you. We got a lot of other people who dealt with that. But that's what they do. And that was another Jiven'n Bowden one too, wasn't it? That's part of that VAWA, the Violence Against Women's Act, right? That was another part of it. You know, the idea that women being abused by abusers who were abused don't need protection. They just need orders from protection, with little sheets of paper. That no. If you got a man who was abused and raped by his grandfather or his mother or his uncle or whoever, and he became an abuser because psychologically you destroyed him and you made him one, that woman is in danger. That woman doesn't need a sheet of paper. She needs a police officer, and she needs somebody who has a damn clue, not a police officer that makes money on dragging somebody to prison, but a police officer that makes money in serving and protecting. So it wraps right back around to the laws. Yeah, all that wraps right back around. So that I know everything. It's just, and I do a lot of reading. And when you do a lot of reading, you start to see the bullshizzle on all sides. You see how it all fits together, and that this is a conflict-based system. It's made from parents to fight over the children, political parties to fight over the which laws they're going to abuse people with next. And they censor people if you're doing a good job at making people actually look at the universal root cause. Anyway, I am going to have to get going. Let me see if I got any comments from anybody. Did I reach a comment, John? Anybody tell me how many times I use the word love in one video? Have you been paying attention? They tell me if I say enough times, it's real. I love you. I love you. And John, that's why I love you, brother. That's why you're still around. I don't delete and block anybody. If y'all knew John, how far was it back, John? How far they got to go back till they see the old John? Big bad John. Big bad John. Go back a year ago. John was fighting with everybody. John, oh my God. I spend half my day dealing with people like, oh, Lord have mercy. Who is this man? Why is he on your thread? Why he yelling and screaming, acting a fool? What's getting crazy? He talking about cannonballs and shooting stuff and blowing things. And oh my God, I tell you what. And I just did my best. I said, John is John. I don't know why John is the way that he is, but John is John. And John was being the real person he was now. I tell you what, brother, it moves me that you are here right now talking about love. It moves me. It does. I appreciate it. Somebody reported you the other day to me. And he said, oh my God, Gerard, John Sean came a long way. And I believe the person said that they loved you back. And this is a person that you used to have a lot of conflict. Don't ever give up on people. We're just people. And we're all, like I said, there's no good and bad people. It's just people, just babies. And everybody grows up in an environment that's designed to break them and make them a bigot and indoctrinate them and set them off in life in conflict with somebody else. We're all just babies, y'all. Just babies. All right, somebody give us a last wise word. I got to go. I'm big time. Humans naturally stand up against predictors. You mean predators? This might look like picking a side when it's protecting against an attacker. Oh, yes. Will Lover. If you're protecting someone, if you're protecting a side, yeah, it'll look like you're the attacker. Jackie, don't press that button. You're in trouble. I'm sorry. I was trying to be serious, but Jackie, I saw you. You in trouble. You in big trouble. Now, Jackie, y'all, she told people that she lived down the street from me. No, you in trouble. No. They try to send me okra cakes and some cookies and pies and stuff. They're getting together with Grubhub. Hell no. Grubhub is a terrorist organization if I did not order that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm joking. Yeah. And so that's the thing, Will, is at this point in time, I do a lot of defending of the right. Because they're right. But so is the left. They're right also. But individually, they're all wrong. And if they come together, they'll be right. And so to each one, you look like that. But I think when people spend enough time with you, they realize that when you are a defender of the downtrodden, I mean, that's where integrity comes from. But it makes it look like you're protecting someone who needs to be attacked, and nobody needs to be attacked. If you're the attacker, yeah, maybe you shouldn't lust for blood. You're lying. All right, I do gotta go because Jackie lying like hell. Hold on, I gotta go. Look at her. She said,
"No, I was just telling them I was just local in the area, and I was going to drop no okra off at your house. I wasn't going to do that. I was just telling them that I would live in Pennsylvania. That's all I was saying."
No, you wouldn't. Stop it. I saw all the abuse in that video. I gotta go because y'all lying like hell. She's like, yeah, you send Gerard some okra. You should do that. Yeah, it'll make him vomit the minute he opens his mailbox. Don't get the line. I seen you. All right, I gotta go. Rationalizations, adding views, points not of the original points distracts from the point in an attempt to stay ignorant. Yeah, but some people don't do it. I think by choice, Bill. I think we're all indoctrinated to defend. Like how Saj Guru says it, right? Once you have an identity, you will use your intelligence to defend your identity at all costs, right? And that's what people do. And so they'll distract from it. And so you just stay on point. Someone who's really good at doing that is Bofon. I keep putting him on blast for that. Let's just take it back to the basics. It's just, you give your energy up to a thing called a government. You can talk about all the Constitution and Bill of Rights and freedoms and lands and founding fathers. And you can talk about all that stuff all you want. But if you give up your energy to an authority, that authority has the right to abuse you any way it wants to. And it will, because you gave your energy over. You're a God. You're a sovereign. You should not give any of your power to anything that would abuse you. Power abuses, and absolute power will absolutely abuse you all the damn time. That's why I got friends that abuse me, because they feel they got power over me, so it's about to be a fight. All right, there you go. Y'all have a great day. I love y'all to death. Great talk. What's the name of this? Oh, I got the power. Jiven'n Bowden. That was the wrong song. He got the power because now He-Man. He got the Pentagon power. He got the colonizer power. Now we're going to find out how dark it's going to get before we grow the hell up. It's Gerard. Love y'all. I'm out. Bye. Gone. See?
Break the chains that bind me, 'cause I wanna break the chains that bind you. Do you wanna set the world free, have perfect harmony? Isn't it time for that? Do you wanna free, boom, 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 free the people? Do you wanna free, boom, 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 free the people from the bottom to the top? Make modern slavery stop. Do you wanna let go of the prisoners? See everyone happy. We can have this and more if we open up the doors. Well, what do you think about that? Do you wanna free, boom, boom, free the people? Do you wanna free, boom, 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 free the people and Mother Nature too? Close down all the zoos. Do you wanna boom, 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 boom? Do you wanna boom, 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 boom? Do you wanna free, boom, boom, free the people? Do you wanna free?